I need that sports encyclopedia. We West Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut.
What are you? He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. From day one, you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur still the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
Can you just say something nice about Deion Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I'll proudly stand up next to you. Oh, God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Ridge. You got the belt around you.
Yeah, we're in the building. It's Truth Telling Thursday. So pound that like, subscribe, become a member if you're not one. We are in the building, man. Steve Kim will join us. I think we got a few other people possibly popping on by. But we got a loaded lineup, loaded show. And guess what? I'm here to tell the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Regardless if it hurts your little feelings. Little boys and girls, gather around. Because the truth might hurt you in the long run. And I'm going to give you a break or I'm going to throw you a steak. Smitty and I are going to have a new segment you don't even know about. He don't even know. But let's dive into it. Primetime hypocrite. Deion Sanders spoke for the first time in a long time since his health has been in question at Big 12 Media Day. He made headlines, as he always does, by saying college football needs to make rule changes. Listen, Deion and I think a lot alike, contrary to belief. To all the prime sexuals out there that I'm sure are going to show up today to watch this. I have been on record saying, pull your damn pants up. Pull up your knee pads. Stop with the biker shorts. Take the damn shorts off. Respect the damn game that has given us the opportunity to play in front of our friends and our family and make generational wealth for the 1%ers who can make generational wealth in this game. Having said that, we can't film and video everything when our son is there, but show disinterest when our son leaves. You can't push for your son to make all the money in the world during the NIL era and now ask for a salary cap when he leaves. It comes off hypocritical, and it's not a good look. I hope he is healthy, but this comes off as a guy who only looked out for his kids, as a lot of people have been saying for a long time. Listen, I know Deion loves all kids. I know he loves all his players, and I know he loves all people. But the statements he made yesterday come off extremely hypocritical and will only put him in the limelight for all the wrong reasons, as we are 7 weekends away from kickoff, not only in Boulder, but across America. But what do I know? What I do know is our Far East Sider 317, LeBron hairline having, Lamar Jackson loving, and AR5 defending. Fox Sports' very own Big Smitty joins the show.
What's going on, y'all, man? What's going on, man? Cool, strong little take. Like, it was damn near cool, damn near nice, you know. Solid energy. You didn't go in on either two sides, like too strong. You gave your opinion. You were smooth with it, professional. you're starting to get better at this thing, JB, man. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of this show. I'm proud of this growth. And I'm proud of all these likes that we've been getting the last couple of days. Let's keep that thing going. Roberto, Josh Serum, Robert Kelly, free Robert Kelly, you, not the other one. Chris Woods, Shed McCoy, Donnie Sanchez, Thomas Bradley, Monty. All y'all hit the like button right now as you coming in, man. Shout out to Young Bailey in the background. And shout out to Coach JB. JB, I got the text message this morning. I'm not going to say from who, but from one of my former coaches who said, and I quote, "Your podcast buddy is my fucking hero." Just got this about 15 minutes ago from a former coach. So,
I don't like that.
So people love you, man. People love you. Fan of
like
you,
that.
JB. And keep going.
A former coach of yours said that?
That's all I can say. I'm just keeping things, you know.
I
I'll talk to you offline.
I didn't know if you heard it say coach or player. I didn't hear you.
No, coach. Coach.
Oh, coach. I don't like it because it said podcast buddy. Like if he don't know who I am at all, and then like he's saying a podcast. We don't do a podcast. We do a show.
But it's okay if everybody like. To me, that's even more telling. It's like he don't have any bias. Like he didn't watch last SSU. He don't know nothing about the history. He just watches this show now. Like I think you should love that because now your brand has been so big. Yeah. And now some people know you just from this show and not last SSU, which is a good thing.
Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like
he knows me because I was a dog captain, all conference. So he's saying like like my buddy, you're my buddy.
Yeah.
Is his fucking hero. Like that's a lot.
So he's a white guy. He's a white coach because fucking is a white word.
WPS.
Fucking your fucking buddy's a fucking hero. That he's a white dude. Guarantee you. He probably got a dip in. Like I already know, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna judge the character, dog. I know how to do this thing. I don't know about you, but like, I don't know. I'm just saying. Why you in white, homie?
Why you in white, homie? All right then.
New polo came in.
Clean too, Chris.
I just took the tag off, the Adidas tag off. Boom, and get these on the CoachJBstore.com. Adidas, though, yeah.
I like how it matched the hat, though, too. The logo.
Yeah. I got all kind of different shit. Like, of course, we got the Slapdick mugs.
Oh,
this is a Slapdick Yacht Club, though. This is a summer mug.
You got white everything.
Oh, yeah, I got the white, yeah.
White shorts with some with some all-white forces on?
Yeah, then we throw that. Boom, the red koozie pops off the white. We got the Slapdick Yacht Club koozies. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I love
Kyle,
that.
it's not a podcast, Kyle. It's not a podcast.
Stop calling that, Kyle.
It's a live 3-hour show.
Right.
By definition, it cannot be a podcast. So that you guys need to learn what a podcast is between a podcast and a show. Go do your homework tonight. Kyle, Mr. Nobody you're not a member, so you're nobody.
Once you go past 90 minutes, it's no longer a podcast. It's a show.
I fully want to disrespect you. So, like most people say, respectfully. I don't want to say that at all. I want to say disrespectfully, Kyle, you're a nobody. You're a fucking absolute nobody. So I want to make sure it's totally disrespectful. So I want to be as disrespectful as I possibly can today.
All right. I can't wait to see. And me as your co-host, I'm excited to see what's going to happen today.
And you want to be respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part. There's a couple people in here, though, that, I got some haters. Shaun Waffle, Gene, some of these cats.
Hate, but that don't mean that's not respect, though. There's a difference. I'm hated by everybody. Quote of the day, Smitty. Quote of the day brought to you by genuine people don't have many friends. That's just really cut and dried. It's really like, in layman's terms, real folks don't get the circle small. Let's be real. Let's just be honest. Real folks circles are small, and I truly believe genuine people don't have many friends because people don't like hearing the truth, Smitty. Genuine people tell their good friends the same thing in their face as they do behind their back. See, a lot of cats will tell you what you want to hear in your face and then talk behind your back to others.
Okay.
I talk behind your back the same way I talk to you in your face. I tell others the same thing. I'll defend you in front of others the same way as I'll tell you in your face that, hey, man, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't do that. Or you should do that. Fuck them. I'm the same way. I think most people out there that know me know that. So I don't think it's like a switch up. I don't like doing that. What do you call it? Code switch or whatever?
Code switching, yeah.
I don't do all that shit.
I tell everybody, JB, how JB? I'm like, JB fucking crazy, but that's my guy. That's always like my answer. You know what I mean?
You know what? When you die,
yeah.
When you die, you'll want that on your resume.
I want that. Cool.
No, you'll want that, and you'll say, you know what, man, this motherfucker, man, it's crazy. It was crazy. A lot of cats gave me heat for him, and blah blah blah. Damn, I'm glad I said, you know what, that's my dude.
When you die, that's my speech. What you just said, like bar for bar. Right?
Yeah,
I've already planned what I'm saying.
Yeah, like I had dudes. Since I'm a little older, I've had guys that I've said, fuck, man. I didn't know how to fuck with him, but you know what? I'm glad I stood by him, and that motherfucker, he was my guy. And I look back at it like, damn, that motherfucker, I didn't like hearing some of the shit he told me. But I found out he was right. Like, later on, he was true. Like, I don't know. That's how brothers are. You know what I mean? That's how brothers are. Brothers, yeah, there you go. Like, brother, like, not my brother. That's a different, a whole nother. Yeah. For the folks in the chat that don't know what we're talking about actually like a blood life brother. Brother would be if me and Smitty just saw each other in the street. Hey, brother. So you guys don't know, if you guys don't know how lingo works in the hood and stuff. Contrary to belief, make sure you use our promo code, Coach JB. Somewhere right now, Smitty.
Okay. Someone
you helped is telling people how bad of a person you are. Contrary to belief. Somewhere right now, someone you helped is telling people how bad of a person you are.
At 6:14 in the morning.
Fucking right. Guaranteed.
Right now.
A fucking guarantee you, homie, because I've actually caught motherfuckers doing it. Right now, somewhere, someone that we helped is telling people how bad of a person we are.
Somebody we didn't throw money at. We didn't give shirts off our back, help with a job, gave advice, prayed over. We've done something positive for their lives. But right now, they're dissing us.
Fucking right. I promise you they are. That's the code. That's why my circle's like this. And my circle means everything. Because once I get the circle down to this tight, asshole tight circle.
Boss, yep.
Can't be disloyal to that circle. You can't do that circle wrong.
It's too tight.
So I'm just telling you. Exactly. DMV, it's 9:15 somewhere. They've been up talking about you, actually.
For hours. Other country is like 9 p.m. They're dead.
Exactly. So there's been all kind of discussions about you.
That's crazy.
JB don't got no yacht. He got a boat. That motherfucker really think he got a yacht. Right. JB ain't got shit. Fuck him. It's been on it.
Big Smitty, he ain't nobody. He don't do nothing. If he was on TV barely for a couple minutes. He don't do that. He had one interview with Lil Wayne. He think he big time now. Yeah. Nobody know him.
Smitty a woke liberal. He love Kamala.
Right. JB fall right. He raises it in. He don't like brothers. It's crazy. Like they be saying all that stuff.
Why you guys like have particular stuff that you're saying?
Oh, you kind of did the same thing. I was curious of why you did that.
Poll question, Smitty. First of all, I got a game I want to play with you real quick.
Want to play a game?
Play a game. But let's play the game first. I want to introduce the game for the poll question. They don't need to do nothing, but here's a little game I want to play. It's called Give Me a Break or Throw Me a Steak.
Woo!
And when I ask you this name, you're going to say, JV, give me a break. He's fine. He's going to make it. He's going to whoop-de-whoop. Give me your explanation. Throw me a steak, Smitty, is basically like because you're cooked. I'm gonna sit back and watch and eat my steak and watch it, and I'm not tripping.
Okay.
Give me a break or throw me a steak, Smitty. Meaning like I'm not worried. Kyler Murray, give me a break or throw me a steak.
You know what I'm saying? Give me a break.
Yeah, exactly.
This man's locked in.
I'm gonna fucking eat because he's horrible. Go ahead.
I'm starving in. I'm not eating nothing right now. Give me a break. This guy right here took a team that was horrible, took them to the playoffs, was in the MVP conversation a couple years ago. The guy can run, move around the pocket, can make any throw on the field, huge arm, one of the best athletes in the game today, got drafted in the MLB, in the NFL, contrary to your belief. He's going to have a big-time season this year.
Let me ask you this. If he don't, he's going to be cooked like the steak. He's done, right? Let's be honest. This is a make or break season for Kyler Murray, though. Let's be real. Like, seriously, it's got to be
a lot of pressure this season. I'll say that. A lot of pressure.
It's make or break for him.
So when you say make or break, are you saying like what? Like he'll be a backup now? Are you saying he's going to get cut from the league?
Right, trade guy. He'll be that guy that shopped around the league a little bit. Like he's got
That's fair. That's fair.
He's 20. He's about to be 28. He's still young.
Still young. No, that's young, homie.
But he's still, though, Smitty, seems like he's been in the league for like 10 years now because we're not really like, he's like people in the chat. I forgot about Kyler Murray. Like, that's a telltale sign, homie. Like, this motherfucker better shit or get off the pot this year. I'm just telling you. And I'm not, we'll save it. Give me a break or throw me a steak, Smitty. AR5.
Throw me a steak. Where the knife or the fork at? And I'm not wishing death on anybody because he's on my team, and I hope he can give me a break. But everything I've seen on the plate is give me a steak. This guy right here, man, left the field because he was tired and needed a play off as a quarterback. This man is big play or no play. It's nothing in the middle of the field, no digs, no quick slants, nothing to keep the offense rolling. It's Hail Mary or scramble. And a lot of times when you scramble, you're keeping your fingers crossed because he might or probably will get hurt. So listen, I think he's a good kid. He's a freak athlete, but does not have enough experience, and he don't have the time to gain the experience. So unfortunately, give me a steak.
Give me a steak. He's been cooked. Give me a break or throw me a steak. Daniel Jones, not D Jones in the chat, but Danny Dimes, also an Indianapolis Colt.
You put a lot of pressure on me right now, homie.
Give me a break or throw me a steak.
I'm gonna go give me a break, man. I'm gonna get this man one more season to kind of see what he can do, man. He won a playoff game, contrary to everybody's belief. You know, he's a pretty good scrambler, has a good arm. He was in a bad situation in New York. Now he has Shane Steichen, good offensive mind, great top 7 running back in Jonathan Taylor. They got some weapons on the outside and Josh Downs, Michael Pittman Jr., etc. So I'm gonna say give me a break, but this is a make it or break it year. This is it.
Give me a break or throw me a steak. Well, I'm looking for this motherfucker. Where's this motherfucker in the chat? Trevor Lawrence, where you at, D Jones? Give me your motherfucking steak. Give me that goddamn steak. Give me a break or fucking give me a steak. Throw me a steak and cook me a steak. Which one do you want to do? Give me a motherfucking full-on motherfucking tomahawk, goddamn cowboy. Yeah. And this to drink with it. Fuck
Give me a steak on Trevor Lawrence, homie. He's cooked. We got to pray. Hey, Jamie, we might have to say a prayer for Trevor Lawrence. That's how good he is. You might have to pray for that man.
Really?
Is that bad, homie?
Ooh, shit. So you're saying that he did some white-collar crime shit.
It's over, homie.
He stole.
He's running right now from the cops.
He stole from the NFL.
Took a lot of money from him. Jamarcus Russell style.
Fuck, he was coming on the show this week.
Oh, for real?
See, you do shit too. You talk about me, but you actually just fucked off a guest.
What day?
No, now. Got to figure it out now. Got to see if he's watching this.
Oh, well, I don't care. What are you going to do to me?
Give me a break or throw me a steak. Trevor Lawrence, yeah. I mean, I haven't seen it, Smitty. I've seen it 1 year. I know he has talent, but damn, I just should have get out the pot.
All here, homie.
I got him, Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert, all in the same room, in the same dorm, probably a Notre Dame dorm, the one that still got like the cots, like fucked up old ass shitty dorm. It's probably those 3 in the same dorm room. That's where I got those 3 right now. Like they're all in the same boat for me. Like
Trevor has a loaded squad though. He got so many weapons on, so that's why his situation is different than the other quarterbacks you just named. This man got weapons on offense, homie. Yeah, weapons.
Oh, throw me a steak, man. He is cooked. Give me a break or throw me a steak, Smitty. Justin Herbert. Speaking of the devil.
Give me a break. Give me a break. You know, I'm team J Herbo. This is a big year though. Last year he had a quality, like clean, good season until the playoffs, obviously. So he's going to be judged on the playoffs at this point. I don't think no matter what, he can have an MVP season and people are still going to be like, all right, but can he win the playoff game? So give me a break. Still super young. Second year with Harbaugh there. I'm still a believer, man. Give me a break.
Because I know people record this shit and they use it during the season on me.
Yeah.
They're literally going to have this clip for the season.
This age well.
Yeah, it age well. They're pushing my cart back to the fucking rack at Walmart.
Vons.
I'm going to say throw me a steak, homie. I'm not impressed. I like Harbaugh. I like what's going on there. The AFC West is only getting better. He could even beat a CJ Stroud sophomore slump Texans team last year in the playoffs. Throw me a steak, homie. I think the motherfucker's cooked. I hope he does something, but I think he's cooked. Speaking of that division, give me a break or throw me a steak. Geno Smith. I'm going to go first. Throw me a steak. Throw me a steak. He chokes in the red zone over and over and over. As big of an arm and the great ball spinner that he is, and as good as he is during the regular season and 4,000-yard seasons and all that shit, he does too many Jared Goff-ish type of things, Josh Allen a few years ago type of things in the red zone, Smitty. He throws the ball to the other team in the red zone. Until he can stop doing that and get his team over the hump, I'm going to say throw me a steak.
I'm going to say give me a break. I mean, and I said it because I expect Geno to play at his level, which is a good middle of the pack quarterback. Like, I don't expect him to do anything more than what we've seen. I don't expect him to be a MVP guy, but I think Geno's going to be a good quarterback who can get the Raiders to the playoffs, get a wild card position, and if you win the playoffs, you got a chance. It's not all on him because context matters. There's been times where the O-line wasn't protecting them and they were horrible. There's been times when the defense ain't show up like we used to know the Seattle Seahawks defense to be. Now he's in a new location, got his coach back with Pete Carroll. I want to say give me a break. I think Geno's going to be Geno, which we know there's flaws with that, but I don't see him like he's not cooked.
Give me a break or throw me a steak. Justin Fields. I'm going to go again first. God damn, man. I've been a defender of Justin Fields. I like Justin Fields a lot. I think he's even gotten better this year with his mechanics. Sometimes the it factor hurts, man. It factor hurts me, man. I'm going to say, throw me a steak.
I hate to hear that.
I like Justin.
You don't like him. You don't like him.
I do like the brother, man. But damn it. I just say throw me a steak. Because Smitty, he doesn't have the surroundings, man. Jets, horrible organization.
Don't say that.
They're going to use this brother like a pawn, just like they did Daniel Jones in New York with the Giants. He doesn't have enough around him. They're going to say he's shitty, blah, blah, blah.
They got Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Mason Taylor. They got some guys over there, homie. Josh Reynolds is back over there. Alan Lazard is still there.
I get it. But listen, man.
Aaron Glenn is the brother's head coach.
Hurts me to say it, man, but throw me a steak.
I'm going to say give me a break, man. I just talked to my guy, TJ Hushmanzada, yesterday, who goes out here. He trains these young cats over there in Orange County. And he said Justin Fields was out there, I think, last week, and he was watching them. And he always sees Justin Fields. He comes there often. And he said, I've seen huge leaps and bounds. To your point,
me too.
When it comes to technique, he said timing. He said he's getting the ball out on time, quick. He said he's just more confident. He's smarter now. He said I'm seeing all this stuff from years past. So new situation, new system where they're investing in him. He knows he's the guy too. That plays a role.
I want to make sure that I'm on record here because a month ago I said I got a buddy that's been around him actually with him and coaching quarterbacks, and I said on this show over a month ago, watch for Justin Fields. He completely has changed his mechanics. He looks legit.
So why are you flipping it, though? Why are you going against that?
On the field, Smitty, it's different, though. I can look great on 7-on-7. Like, it's just different. He's got to have the right team around him, and he's got to – I would love for him to – I hope he proves me wrong. That's the one guy I hope he proves me wrong. I eat crow on this show every day for Justin Fields. I love Justin Fields, but – it's going to be tough for him, man. It's just going to be tough for him. When the going get tough, it gets tough on Justin, especially in New York. Smitty, give me a break or throw me a steak. Caleb Williams.
Oh, give me a break. I'm going first. We can laugh and joke and not like his demeanor or the nails or the cats or the dogs. All that stuff is cool, fine and dandy. But we talking about football. The man had a kind of quietly solid rookie year. For a rookie year, was not that bad. The guy has immense amount of talent. I think the guy is going to have a much better year, and the Bears might be a fringe playoff team. It's hard because of that division, so I'm not going to say guaranteed playoffs, but I think they're going to be right around like 9-10 wins this year, 10-7, 11-6 maybe, but 10-7 in that little window. So, yeah, give me a break.
Not every team in that division could go to the playoffs.
Right, which is why I said fringe.
So you're saying they're going to have 10 wins are going to give them playoffs. You're saying they're going to have more wins than Minnesota and Detroit and Green Bay.
I don't know if 10-7 will give them the playoff because you got to remember last year Minnesota they went 14-3. You had Lions won 13 games. You can see the fucking Packers might go 11-6, so they might not make it.
Not every team in that division can win 10 games. It's
I say like 9-10. They might go 9-8.
Mathematically, and
I go 9-8.
Because they have to play each other twice. That's 8 games or 6 games for the other team. So that's 6 games right there just in their division.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not all going to win 10 games on me. Rio, math major, Rio. I know you're a Chicago Bear fan.
We've seen every team in the division make the playoffs, though. Like, that is a thing. We've seen the NFC East do that.
No, we've seen it happen. It's very rare, but but not in this new playoffs format era.
Then a couple years ago, I could have sworn a couple years ago, we saw Washington, the year Daniel Jones made the playoffs. The Cowboys, the Eagles, I want to say Washington and the Giants all made it. Go ahead and fact check that, Shaun Waffle. Go look that up. I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Give me a break or throw me a steak, Smitty. You know me. I'm throwing me a whole cowboy with all the seasoning. Caleb Williams, he is cooked.
Real quick, I did hear though from a good source that he is like he do not be working out in the offseason like that. Like he's not like opposite of what I just said about Justin Fields, like out there grinding, getting better. Caleb just kind of like, man, if I show up when I show up, like ego. Allegedly. Because I haven't met him. I'm telling you what I heard from a really good source.
What do I know? Give me a break or throw me a steak. Michael Penix Jr.
Oh, you know what I'm doing. Give me a break. This young man, he showed signs last year. He wasn't even started the entire year. This guy can make any throw on the field. He's left-handed. The ball comes out seamlessly, smooth, athletic enough to move around in the pocket. The only concern with him, you look at his history, his Carfax is his health. If he stays healthy, he's good to go, man. Give me a break. Any of brother.
Throw me a steak. I hate to throw me a steak on year 2 guys. Caleb's year 2 guy. Michael Penix Jr. is a year 2 guy. We don't have any other year 2 guys on this list. So I hate to say that as a youngster, but I'm not sold on their franchise, their organization, their team, or some sort of moving part. And that has to do with throw me a steak. So that's the issue I have. I think Kirk Cousins will end up being a starter there again this year. And then then get him out too, because he crybaby little fuck too. So I'm tired of all the crybabies, but I like Michael Penix, but I just don't think he's going to get it done. Throw me a steak. Give me a break or throw me a steak, Smitty. Jordan Love. He's shit or get off the pot type of year too. Got paid last year.
Give me a break.
I'm going to go right now. Throw me a steak. Again, I like him. I think he's super talented. I like all the wideouts they gave him, all that shit. I just haven't seen him late game, big game, prove to me that he's the guy. I'm just saying. I'm right now, as today, throw me a steak. I hope he gives me a break, but I'm going to go throw me a steak right now.
Went 25-11 last year, 25 to 11 picks, in the year that he got hurt. Still got over 3,000 passing yards as well. Give me a break. The guy's still young. He's only been starting for has it been 3 years now? Like he's still rolling and still learning and getting better, man. Give me a break. It almost feels like it's like if a guy hasn't won a Super Bowl or MVP, you're going to say, throw me a steak. You think everybody cooks. It makes no sense right now.
I'm looking at the list too, and it's almost like every black quarterback you give a break.
That's what I'm about to say. That's why I raised my hand. Yeah. You didn't say Darnell. every black quarterback you saying give me a steak. You're racist as hell.
So far, let's see. Kyler Murray, give me a break. AR5, you did cook him. So we both agreed on him. That's the only brother we agreed on. Everybody else, well, we agree on the white boys, though. I said cook Trevor Lawrence, cook Justin Herbert. I said cook goddamn. That's all the only white quarterback so far. Those 2 or 3. So we got the white quarterbacks the same. Crazy. Reverse racism is unbelievable with you on this show. But give me a break or throw me a steak. Sam Darnold.
You know what? It's gonna surprise y'all, but I'm gonna say give me a break. I know. No, I'm gonna be real. Like I'm gonna get on here and be all high and throw me a steak. He showed me enough last year where I'm not expecting that type of level of play this year. No, but I don't think he's gonna go back to the old Sam Darnold where he's seeing goals. I think he's gonna be a solid quarterback. Seattle. I know Pete Carroll's not there; it's a different team, but like. That's still a good organization. That's still you got a head coach who believes in defense. I think the defense is going to be solid this year to where he's going to put him in good positions where he's not going to have to do too much. So I still think he's going to be solid this year. So don't give me a break. You stressed out, homie? Like Queen Latifah. No way. USC, homie. High school play basketball. You coached against them on the football field. Came back against you last minute.
I told
Make
you
any throw on the field, homie. Bad organizations. Browns, Jazz, Panthers.
The NFL's racism is racist. They fuck the kid. They keep moving him around, homie, so he fails. They want to see the white man fall, homie. He just not going to be good there. He's just moving around. Too many moving parts. Seattle's not Minnesota. He needs all things perfect to be successful. We've seen what he's done in Carolina and New York. Throw me a steak, man. I think he's cooked, homie.
Wow. Wow.
It's got to be real. Wow. Not a fan of fucking Seattle's head coach. I'm not a fan of what's going on there. He's cooked. I just keep it real, Smitty. I don't have time to play the games. But the last one, though, give me a break or throw me a steak. Brock Purdy. Wait, did you smell steak? Or what was that deep breath?
I'm trying to see, I smell something here. I don't know what I smell. I don't know if it's steak or if it's, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's chicken. I don't know if it's, I hate to say this, what I'm about to say right now, but I think you got to throw me a steak, homie. And they just paid this man. They just paid this man big money, top quarterback money, homie. But without all his pieces and Deebo Samuel and all the healthy cats there that he had around him, the guy to me is an average quarterback. So I'm going to say throw me a steak. And I hate to say that, homie. I hate to say it.
I don't hate to say it. Cook that motherfucker. Throw him a steak. Throw me a steak. Throw them a steak. Throw all the gays a steak in San Francisco. Throw that shit out in the water. Let them all go chase it. Let the shark go get the steak out in the fucking water off the fucking Bay Bridge. He is cooked. Throw me a steak. Brock Purdy's fucking, I would have never paid that motherfucker. But it is what it is, Smitty.
Somebody in the chat said that you being biased basically because you're a Rounds fan. Is that fair?
No.
Okay.
I just don't think he's good. Was I biased when Joe Montana and Steve Young were there?
I don't know.
I was a Ram fan then too, and I said they're the best quarterbacks in the NFL. So no. So anyway,
there's no way for us to know that though. So
let's dive right into the show, Smitty, because we don't need to do the poll question because we did it in that little segment right there. It was about Kyler Murray, and I said, is this a make or break season for Kyler Murray? We already discussed it, so let's dive right into it.
Let's get straight into it then, man. You teased it in the beginning, man. Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, man, he says he wishes college football had a salary cap similar to what the NFL has, man. He's getting a lot of pushback. Check out this video, man. A couple of videos.
The top of the line player makes this, and if you're not that type of guy, you're not going to make that. That's what the NFL does. So the problem is you got a guy that's not that darn good, but he could go to another school and they give him $500,000, and you can't compete with that. That don't make sense. And you're talking about equality, not equality, like equal. I guess equality. And all you have to do is look at the playoffs and see what those teams spent. And you understand darn near why they're in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. It's kind of hard to compete with somebody who's giving $25-30 million to a darn freshman class.
Right.
It's crazy. We're not complaining because all these coaches up here can coach their butts off and given the right opportunity with the right players and play here and there, you'll be there. But it's what's going on right now don't make sense. And we want to say stuff, but we're trying to be professional. But you're going to see the same teams darn near at the end and with somebody who sneaks up in there. But the team that pays the most
is winning, he's saying. D. Jones, elaborate on what you just said. You said if we don't agree with Deion, we're a D1 hater. Break that down, D. Jones, while Smitty's talking. I want to hear what you have to say on that. Elaborate. Don't just make a statement. Give me an elaboration on that, D. Jones. Smitty, that particular take right there, I think as a former coach and understanding the landscape, well, we know. We've been saying pay to play. I mean, we already know what the deal is with money. So
right.
We already know what the deal is. Deion and I have had discussions before because we've agreed on so much.
Right.
We agree on a lot of things when it comes to philosophical ideology, when it comes to players, when it comes to the landscape on how things operate, and when it comes to protecting what we call the babies. We agree a lot. Pull down your goddamn pants. Put on your knee pads. All the shit that football has brought to us because I'm a football guy. I want to see gladiator sports being played. If I wanted you to wear shorts, then that would be a walkthrough. So we are on the same page on a lot of things. The thumbnail, though, is basically based on what he said about the salary cap.
Right.
And, you know, it made sense last year, Smitty, when his son and Travis and all Shiloh and them were there to make all the money you could, but now it don't make sense. That's where the hypocritical part is coming out, and that's why people are giving him shit this morning. And I'm surprised I've seen it even on ESPN, people critical of what he had to say. So I'm surprised on that network even going against him. But that's the hypocritical part. Everything else I actually agree with that he said, the rule changes and et cetera, et cetera. I don't think he needs to worry about it, though, anymore. I don't think he needs to worry about the rule changes and all that shit. It's beyond him. It's beyond football. I think he needs to worry about coaching Colorado, year 3, getting that team over the hump without your son, without your bloodline, without your family. Be the coach that we think you are and go from there. I think all the other shit is moot. I don't think he can continue to ride this train and talk about all the changes that need to occur because he's not Nick Saban yet. Even though he's a huge name and face, he's not Nick Saban in regards to the game as a coach who has accolades as the coach. We're not talking about player no more. He's now in the coaching realm of things. He now has to win as a coach to be that guy, to have that voice within his peers now, because everyone else is going to look at him and the other coaches are hating on him.
Right.
When they see him at Big 12 Media Day yesterday and he was talking about cats want to come see us, Colorado, whether we win or lose, but they want to come see us. True statement. They do want to come see Colorado, whether they win or lose. That means to me, he knows he has haters, and now we all have haters. Haters are our biggest fans. So he knows that. But now he has to win, though, so he can have a voice with his peers that says, hey, man, we need to change this. We need to change that. We need to do this. But he's got to win before he can do that. I think he needs to worry about winning, coaching, then go worry about rules and shit.
I agree, and I think he is. Again, he got to ask a very specific question. I think they said there was 3 changes you could make to the college football today, rules-wise, what would they be? So he just answering a question during media day. He didn't bring this to the table saying this was an issue. So I agree with you, and I think he is focused on that. The hypocrite line, I can see where it could look hypocritical. Yeah, you're right. You know, his son, basically all his sons. I call Travis Hunter a son too. Basically, we're all there last year, and we didn't hear this sentiment from him. But also say this too: when new things happen and change happens, and you go through more experiences, I mean, your opinions change. You always tell me, Big Smitty, in 10 years, you're gonna look back and be like, you know what, JB was right about a lot of stuff that I disagree with. You know, and sometimes it happens shorter than that. It might be a year when different experiences happen. When you look at the way the landscape of college football and things is going on, and you just look at the transfer portal. Obviously, they just got done, recruited for this season. Probably some things change. He's like, man, this stuff is out of control when it comes to like the recruiting. So, because Steve Kim has said it before. I think we've mentioned it on this show before about having a salary cap. Like that's something that's been brought up multiple times. So I don't think it's that crazy. But I get to your point. It's like, well, why you say that shit when Shador was here then. So I
get here's the deeper dive though to like combat like the D Joneses and them in the world who are always going to defend Deion Sanders because they're full on prime sexual and they don't want to listen to real truth and real talk. Hopefully they can today, but I'm gonna give you a different spin on this. The hypocritical part is not just saying we need a salary cap now that your kids are gone. That's not the hypocritical part because to your point, people have talked about salary cap before.
Right.
The hypocritical part that no one's brought up that I haven't heard anybody yet, and this is fairly a new discussion. He just spoke yesterday. I didn't hear you say that last year when it came to your particular kids chasing a bag. Because listen to me, hear me out. Those 3 kids he had could have went anywhere and got $5-10 million at any school. And he specifically talked about going and chasing and having schools hit you up, asking you about, hey, man, we offered him $5 million. He brought that up yesterday, which is a good point. He brought that up and said, hey,
he was like, your name not even in the portal. How the hell they right?
And I've been saying that. Like, how is that not fucking tampering? I've been saying it on this show for how long? Where's the tampering at?
Long time.
But guess what? Your 3 kids benefited like crazy from that same situation. And they could have left just last year and did the same thing. You actually took them from another school to do that to Colorado. You took them from Jackson, homie. You took your other son from South Carolina. He transferred a few times, Shiloh. Let's be real. He didn't leave South Carolina for no money. He took money, homie. Did he not?
I can't remember. I'm not
saying Shiloh got paid at South Carolina.
Okay.
Then he got paid where else? Colorado. Obviously, because he's his son. Let's be real. But he didn't get Shador money or he didn't get Travis money, but he got paid. So I don't understand.
You're saying he's a hypocrite because his own people benefited from the system.
Shiloh didn't have a public NIL deal at South Carolina, FYI. So I don't know that part is it.
You said what?
Shiloh, there's no public NIL deal that I've seen in the last 5 years of Shiloh having.
That's why I didn't respond. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he's 30 years old. So yeah, Shiloh's fucking 30 years old. Motherfucker's so goddamn old. We don't know. He's not on record, but he got paid. He got money. So no matter. Shiloh got paid. So Deion didn't protect that and say anything about his kids getting paid. So I don't see why he's talking about that. That's what makes it a hypocritical statement to me.
No, I hear it. I understand that for sure. Like I said, I don't know if this is like a new thought that he had or if he thought this last year, but again, didn't say it because he was, looking out for his kids. Potentially, maybe that's what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? But with all that being said, though, I still think it's the truth, though. You know me, I'm all about players getting paid. But again, it's out of control. There needs to be something. There needs to be some sort of system and so like it just again, we said a term we've been saying this for 3 years, wild west. But that's the best way to describe it. And so I'm with him. There needs to be some sort of control cap because otherwise, like you said, there's no commitment really at this point. Another school will just always outbid the other school, and the kid will keep leaving. I got a note here, saying Deion has called out tampering multiple times over the last couple of years. So it's not the first time him calling out the tampering piece.
Tampering and getting paid are totally different things.
Yeah. But just making that note there. So
tampering and getting paid are 2 completely different discussions. So I've been saying
he's not saying players don't get paid. He's just saying at some point it's like damn, like it has to be some level of like a cap. And I'm assuming he's probably saying that too, just from the recruiting advantages that some schools can get because they got so much money compared to like a school like a Colorado who's just so limited,
But I gotta twist this question. I want to ask you guys all this one question. If all the players wanted to come to Colorado could afford them, so he's gonna say no. Is Deion gonna say, hell nah, man, we got a salary cap, we can't take all the great players? Hell no, Deion ain't saying that. Come on, man. That's my point.
And that's why we don't see Sark and the colleges, the coaches of the big schools saying nothing. Because they're on the benefit side. It depends what side you're on. If you're on the side of your point, you're getting all the players, you got all the money, I'm quiet as a church mouse. But if I'm Deion and I'm just kind of struggling and we got 5 guys committed for next year and we're trying to figure out money, all that stuff, well, I'm going to speak on the sides on help me out. We all selfish to some degree, JB. It's all about what we're experiencing right now. And he's experiencing that on that side. So he's like, hell, we need a fucking salary cap so I can compete with Ohio State and Texas and all these boys.
Yeah, I don't agree at all with that, because he didn't care when he had those 3 cats and he thought he can get them all. When he got those 3 cats, he thought Shador and Travis would catapult all the new booty kids coming down the pike to go to Colorado. And then he realized I don't have the bag to get all those kids. Right. And now he's crying wolf.
So new information.
That's not what we do, homie.
New information breeds new thoughts, maybe. Or this is a thought that he's been having and we just didn't pay attention to. I don't know. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't, it's what it is.
There's a reason he has 5 commits.
Multiple reasons. Health.
It doesn't make why are we so micro here in the chat? He doesn't make sense with this. You got 5 commits in the 26th class. We already did this on Monday. He's got the lowest amount of commits. Now he's bitching about a cap. So listen, you either go grind and recruit and get this thing done, or you just bite the bullet, eat, and keep grinding. I don't understand. Now you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't not recruit high school or JUCO or have commits for 26. Or there's something else going on that we don't know. And I hope he's healthy. I hope all that thing works out. I want to see him actually coach and do this thing, especially year 3. I love to see coaches in their third year. I do personally. A lot of people don't think I want to see coaches. I'm not for firing coaches. You've never seen me advocate for firing a coach unless they're in the NFL. College coaches, I don't advocate to get fired. I don't care if I like you or don't like you, etc. I don't advocate for you to be fired, especially year 2, year 3. I want to see that shit happen. But now in the landscape, these administrators and collectives all fire your ass because you're not winning when everyone else is paying guys to play, and they're winning right away with $20 million salary or $20 million rosters in Ohio State and Oregon and Texas and all these schools you mentioned. So I want to see you build some sort of, I don't know, a culture, build something. Create something that people want to come to. If you don't have the money, so what are we saying? That you want to leave after this year because you don't have the money? Is this his early way of saying that so we can all kind of read through the lines here? No. Well, Colorado again give me the money. Colorado gave you the money, though, Deion. See, that's the total hypocritical part again. That's why I said hypocritical. They gave you big money, Deion. You're top 5 paid guy in college football, homie. Is he not?
Think so.
They paid him.
Well, he said top 5. I don't know if he's top 5, but he got paid. Whatever number. He got paid.
Damn near 10 mil a year. He's damn near hovering around 10 mil. He's got to be held accountable for getting that money.
He is, though. Nobody said
no. I'm saying he got paid his worth. He got paid his worth. Yeah. So guess what now? You got to sit there and you got to be like, you know what? I got to figure this shit out.
Which he is.
But I can't now talk about salary cap when my kids were there and I didn't talk about it.
I don't know. I just think, JB, I don't know. Listen, I think we're reaching a little bit. Like the girl or whatever asked him a specific question and he just gave his honest opinion on it and we have an issue with it. It'd be different. My thing is this. If he just came out to the press day or whatever and was just preaching this and just adamant and just like, man, one of the biggest issues we got here is the salary cap. It's unfair for teams like Colorado, like myself. If he was on that side of things, I'm with you. It's like, all right, Prom, hey, we ain't about to cry over spilled milk. We not like, you know what I mean? He didn't bring it up. He got asked a question. And he's like, okay, well, shoot. There's a lot of things I would change, but these are the current state of mind that we're at, current state that we're at right now in college football. These are the 3 biggest things that I think needs to be changed. Okay, cool. They moved on. So like I just, I don't know. I look at it differently because of just for me, I always say my favorite phrase or second favorite phrase on the show is context matters, and it does. I think he got asked a question and now we're mad at him for answering it honestly.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the answer. Let's watch your boy Rob Parker. He has something to say that's interesting about Deion.
Check it out.
Sanders, hello. Is this on? So you're calling for a cap, okay? Shame on Deion Sanders for being a hypocrite. Shame on you. Did you call for a cap when the coaches were making $20 million, $18 million? Where was the coaches' cap? Is that fair that Nick Saban was making $1 gazillion off the kids' back? Where was that cap, Deion? How come you didn't call for this when your kids were in college? Shador, Why didn't Shador give the money back and say, you know what, I'm just playing for the hell of it. My dad's a former NFL player. We got loot. I don't need money. I'm here to play football. Did Shador take the money?
Must be the money.
Okay. This is ludicrous. The only people you want to punish are the players, the actual product. Deion, without the players, you can't coach. You can't sell tickets. And I'm talking about the players as a whole. All people ever do. And his evidence, who were the reporters sitting there and allowing him to give the evidence that look at the teams who spent the most money. They all in a... Have the teams changed? Has Ohio State all of a sudden become this team that gets there every year? Are you kidding me? They used to pay the kids under the table. Now you got to put the money on the table. It's the same freaking teams. Give me the name, Deion. Tell me who paid a lot of money and got to the college football playoffs who wouldn't have got there without the money. He couldn't name you one because it's the same players.
Smitty, it's too long video, so it seems like the cats that are calling Rob Parker a clown without any context at all, the same people, D. Jones, Rio, Stilly the Boss, the fucking absolute nobodies, prime sexuals. Anybody who goes against Deion is a clown. But they never have any context. They never have any fucking other than he's a clown. That's all that I saw from D. Jones, Rio, and fucking Stilly the Boss or whoever the fuck else is in the chat that are prime sexuals to the core that they can't see through anybody else's opinion. Only their opinion matters. You're fucking embarrassment, homie. You guys are fucking embarrassing. The prime sexuals are fucking embarrassing. When Deion does good, I give him credit. When Deion does bad, I say it. Period. It is what it is. The truth hurts you guys. And the prime sexuals are a whole cult to themselves. You're a fucking cult. And Rio and D. Jones and them lead it. And unfortunately, Rob isn't wrong. It's all money at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, where did he say something that was wrong at so far, halfway through?
Yeah, I mean, well, first of all, Rob's my guy. He's not a clown at all. He has an opinion on it. If you disagree, that's fine, but he's definitely not a clown. He said a lot. So I mean, there's some parts of it that I agree with. Like the main part of him saying that the big teams, the blue chip squads, Ohio State, Bama, Georgia, those teams are still at the top, just like they were back in the days before all this NIL stuff was even the thing. Because like you said, I've said it on this show multiple times. They were paying money under the tail back in the days. Now they're paying it on top of the tail, but they're still paying the same money. So it's not like a real big change there. I just, again, the hypocrite, statement and blaming the kids or whatever. I don't really think, he's not blaming the kids. I didn't say that as Deion blaming the kids or going at the kids. He's not anti-kids making money. He's actually been for it. He's just saying there needs to be some sort of structure because it's just all over the place, which we've all agreed on this show multiple times. So whether that's changing the transfer portal and removing it or going back to one-time transfer you got to set out, whether that's bringing a salary cap, whether that's some sort of contract, 2-year agreements, has to be some sort of structure to, it's going to sound crazy, but to almost protect the coaches at this point because the coaches don't know what to do every single year. They got a whole new squad. It's crazy.
I think people are taking what he said out of context. I think people heard him say coach's cap, and everybody's now like, oh, no, it's a coach's cap. He's saying it in relevance to the player's cap. Are you saying to cap the coach's money? See, what I'm saying is Rob's point is nobody's bitching about coaches getting 10, 15, 20 million a year.
It's not a problem, though. That's why. It's not a problem.
Right.
They have contracts.
Right.
So it's different.
So buyouts.
It's different. Yeah, it's different.
No. So here's my point. That's why I have been on the contractual side. Yeah. Make them pay the money back. You never heard me say anything about a salary cap. I've been on the contract side of things, contrary to Steve's belief. I haven't been on the salary cap thing because at the end of the day, Smitty, I'm still paying my 5-star player the most money. And you can cap me all you fucking want. I'm still figuring a way out to pay my dudes. That's why you can't cap this thing. Salary cap is to me makes zero sense when it comes to the players. because I'm still going to get Ohio State's still going to get the number 1 5-star, or Alabama or whoever the big dog is with the big money is what I'm saying. My point. So the cap doesn't make sense to me. The contract makes sense to me. If you're going to contractually obligate a coach to pay money back if he leaves from one job to another, then you need to do the same for the player. Fuck a cap.
I think Deion, being a former player in the league, he probably at this point wants to be more like the NFL, because at the end of the day, that's what they're doing. It's like they're dipping their big toe in the water of the NFL, but they want to take it back out. It's like, nah, like, don't be lukewarm with it. Go full head steam, straightforward. If you want to be the NFL system, be the NFL system. Get contracts, get a cap. Let's get the player some protection, whether it's a union or however way you want to set it up. Let's make this let's make this the fucking amateurs, basically, like the G League of the NFL. That's basically what they're doing without fully diving into it. So again, I think we're all come from the same mindset, the same tree. We just have different thoughts of how to attack it. I think the transfer portal is the biggest thing. If we just change it back to the old ways, I think that eliminates a lot of the issues. You think contracts eliminate a lot of issues. Deion thinks salary cap. At the end of the day, we're all coming from the same tree of this. This is nonsense right now. This is out of control. There's no system. There's no. Anytime a player gets fed up over what a coach says, he bounces. A coach might think he has the number 1 draft class or recruitment class going into the season. Soon the transfer portal opens up, half the team leaves. He has to do it again. We had Rich Rod on speak on the other day as a guest virtually, and he was talking about how his team this year is almost like a completely different team than it was last year. Like he had so many players. He must have like 6. I don't know, like 60 new players. I think he said like 40 from the portal or something. 11 from the recruitment. It's crazy.
That's why you can't cap it to me, because you're never gonna be able to cap it. That's why I think it's contractually. The contractual part is the one that makes the most sense. And this guy in the chat, San Garcia, what are you going to say when Shedeur surpasses all expectations?
We're not so much to do right now.
And why are you asking me? Tell me what you're going to do when he don't. Why is it always my question? Why I want to ask you, what happens when he don't? It's a fucking funny situation when you nobodies. But we got some BPS and some WPS before a commercial break, before we got Steve Kim joining us. And we got to dive into some other college football news as well. But white people shit first before we take this commercial break.
Why are we going white first?
Because we're wearing white today.
All right. Oh, shit. We got straight to it with that one.
But do you understand what he did? What's going on here?
I don't. Is there a string tied to it? Or are they yanking him back up? Oh, is that a invisible trampoline?
It's two trampoline ropes, but there's no. All the other shit's empty, homie.
Oh, shoot. So he had to like perfectly land where them 3 lines, or I didn't even see the lines. Nah, this has to be some sort of, this has to be something. There's no way that he just risked it. Because he doesn't have any parachute on. Nah, it has to be edited somehow. I don't know how it's edited, but it's edited.
Not edited, homie.
Yes, it is. Oh, my God. Like, every time he jumps, I feel it in my chest. You can tell it's edited by how the last couple seconds, when he comes back up, it looks kind of fake right here. You see how I slew down on the flip? No, watch it again. The last 2 seconds before he lands. Watch this. How does body go so slow? Like, the speed change. That's not real.
Yeah,
it's not real. I guarantee it's not real. Human nature, like, there's no way the gravity, like, his body, as he's coming up, right before he lands, his body just slows down and then lands. That's not real. It's insane, though. If it was real, that's insane.
You got BPS?
I think we do. Let's check it out.
What is this?
SeaWorld's been doing like these little mini concerts and performances. Soulja Boy and Bow Wow was one of the big ones. Recently they had Yin Yang Twins there. They have a pretty, they got like a lineup here of different, artists who's supposed to come out here and perform. It's just funny because it's SeaWorld. Yeah, you don't think about SeaWorld having like, hip hop performances and rappers, the desert, all type of, hood stuff going on. I actually like it. It's fun. It's fun. The crowd's always into it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I think like 30 to 40-year-old crowd. So that they grew up right in this era of a lot of this music. And I think it's fun. It's just fun. The humor comes from the fact that it's SeaWorld. You would never put the 2 and 2 together. So,
is that BPS though?
It's BPS. It's BPS. But it's like fun BPS. It's like positive BPS. Like it's just the crowd into it. White, black, Asian, Mexican. Yo people. Like everybody that's into it.
Who is that?
So this is one of the Yin Yang twins. He's just big now. Not, older and big.
I remember them, but I don't remember like.
Shake it like I saw, shake it like I saw, shake it like I saw, shake it like she leaking. So good. You know that. Had all the girls shaking ass.
Yeah, I never fuck with the South. We didn't fucking like the South shit on the West Coast. Not
y'all like none of that stuff. Y'all ain't like Lil Jon, like to the window.
Like Snoop
to the wall.
Even though Snoop had a couple bangers on that album,
with Master P in them, yeah.
But his worst album was with Master P though. Like,
but Master P saved him though, contrary to belief. He saved him.
Yeah. But
when Death Row broke up or whatever, and Dre left, like it was a lot of real.
That's it.
A lot of shit Snoop was going through right now. Snoop just talked about it.
Snoop was in like turmoil. It was a horrible album. Though.
Master P went to prison and went to your homie and handled that. Master P don't get enough love and respect. He one of the realest ones in the game to this day.
We used to kick it with Master P. His son went to Verbum Day when I was coaching there. And so they tried to come get him out of the projects at the Nickerson Garden. The Nickersons came over and tried to get his kid out of school, and Master P had to take his kid out of Verb. True fact story. Ask Rico.
You talking about Romeo?
Yep, I was coaching at the time.
Because Romeo and DeRozan used to hoop together on the same team.
Well, DeAnthony Langston, who was the AD at Verb, played major hoop, was in a movie called The Rebound, the Earl Manigault story. He played Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the movie. He played Lou Alcindor at Power Memorial in the movie Rebound with Earl Manigault story. DeAnthony Langston from the Nickersons, he's the one that got him and Master P were cool because they all had hoop connections.
Yeah,
he had brought Romeo over because at the time, Shaq's son, him, couple other guys' sons were playing in LA at certain schools.
Yeah,
and Master P checked in Romeo at Verb, and they tried to get his ass out of class. They tried to come on campus. The motherfucker had a shotgun on a beach cruiser and was just crazy because Verb is about this big. The school has 230 boys. That's it. Okay. The whole school, private school, legendary school. Andre Miller, the legends that have played there are. I can go on all day on how the players the legends that played there, football and basketball, but it's a very small place. So it's attached to the Nickerson Gardens. The PJs, they'd sit on the wall and watch our games, and also you'd have a shootout if you played a rival school or something. And we had that happen too when we played Compton Centennial. So it's crazy times. But they hopped over and was looking for this motherfucker. They wanted to what do you call it?
Ransom.
Yeah, they wanted ransom for Master P. Master P pulled the kid out and took him to what the fuck was that school? Wherever his son Romeo ended up playing, like in the valley somewhere.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, I know Master P got ties to Cali. I know he lived out there for a minute early in his career, selling CDs out the trunk. So I already know he a hustler.
Yeah. So it is.
The young cats don't even know about CDs out the trunk. They don't know what I'm even talking about when I say that. So
yeah. Jesse, 1,300 kids total for what? What's 1,300 kids? I'm confused on 1,300 kids.
I'm not sure what he means by that, but I do know this. Hit that like button right now. If you're not green, if you're not a member, become a member. We're gonna do a quick commercial break, but when we come back, we got Steve Kim. We're talking boxing. We're talking about all type of stuff going on, man. So hey, don't you go nowhere. I'll move my car, take a piss, and get some water. We come back. We got more to Coach JB Show with Big Smitty.
Peace. Hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking.
The streets is saying that a new Otani has arrived in the NBA. That's what the streets are saying. 7'2" Yang Han-San was taken 16th overall in the NBA draft by the Trailblazers. Jansen is the third Chinese-born player selected in the first round, joining Yao Ming, Yi Jianlian, he and his translator were asked about what he does outside of basketball, and I think his answer might shock you. Check it out.
Hi, I'm interested in you as a person. What are some of your interests, and what do you think you'd be doing if you weren't playing basketball?
Sometimes I sleep, all time sleep, and I like play PS5, and I like eat.
Jason, thoughts?
I can't do it.
Can't do what?
Why is he fucking retarded?
Whoa. We don't say
why is it always a goofy big Asian that just like it's like fucking can't like come on, homie.
How is he goofy? It's a new language. The fact that he's even saying that's pretty good. Like if I asked you to speak fluent Spanish and I had a real Mexican over here, you would sound just like that to them.
I ain't never heard a Mexican come over here and don't speak no English and sound like a fucking retard. Never in my life. I've never seen a fucking African come over here. I've never seen a fucking nobody.
African, they speak English. They speak real English. Actually.
No. Even if
Africans
they speak their language and they get a translator, nobody eats food. PR3. Like, homie, what are we? Fucking Andre the Giant living in a fucking giant world? Like, what are we? Fucking 7,000 fucking BC, homie? What the fuck are we talking about?
You sound ignorant right now. If I asked you right now to say, if I said JB,
bring a Mexican that don't speak no English and have him translate it. Find a video, homie. I eat food. Like, homie, the Mexican's gonna be like the regular. It's just gonna be like como te llamas you too? And then that motherfucker will be like, I like to eat the food. I like to eat the food. Like, he's not going to even come close. I play the PlayStation 4. I do the food. Fucking no other English, no other language, homie.
It's Chinese, homie. They don't know our language at all.
Mexicans, you said that about Otani.
Mexicans kind of know our shit a little bit.
You said that about Otani, homie.
We kind of know Spanish a little bit. Those are the ones we kind of know our shit a little bit. They got some similarities.
It's always
Chinese language and English language is fucking apples and oranges. They don't know our shit at all, homie. Stop.
I'm so fucking glad Trump tariffed these motherfuckers. I'm so fucking happy that we stopped Texas.
Got my prices high as hell right now, too.
Shout out to Texas for blocking the motherfuckers for buying all their farmland up. I'm fucking so tired. Look at that motherfucker on the right.
You so racist.
Look at that motherfucker on the right. Look at that motherfucker on the right. Now fuck all these motherfuckers. I mean, they come over and buy our shit, and then they come over and act like they don't know English.
Chill out on the Asian community.
They lying to you, homie. They know fucking English. The motherfuckers lying to you. They getting over on you, homie. Hey, homie, I thought Otani didn't know English. Remember 2 years ago?
2 years ago. He know it now, homie.
He know it now, right?
My boy F.A. made a good point. He said, stop it, JB. He said, Yao Ming sounded just like this when he first got drafted. Then after a couple years, he learned English. It takes time. If I asked you right now to say a full fucking paragraph in Spanish, you would sound just as stupid as the people you're describing right now, homie.
So hold on.
You sound silly.
I'm going to look that fucking retarded up there.
Say something right now in Chinese. Right now, go.
What?
Say something right now in Chinese. Matter of fact, say this. I like tacos. No. I like chicken and rice every day. Say that in Chinese right now. Perfectly. Why are you typing this shit?
I'm going to get you the real words.
But that's bullshit. So if he could type the fucking real words, he would have said it perfectly too. So you're proving my point. My point is he's learning the language. He's trying to figure out how to say shit.
So he has a fucking translator, Micro. What are you
talking about? He don't know how to say the shit perfectly.
He has a fucking translator next to him. What do you mean I can't type it?
You understood everything he said, though. You understood
it. What's the difference?
He said not play the game.
Translator. No, the point that you're trying to make that you're wrong in is he has a translator, so I want to get a translator. What do you mean? Why is that not equal? Why is that not fair, homie?
Let's do it. I'm going to wait.
Fuck, we talking about?
Say it.
Oh,
It's like
shit.
them too.
You can't say it because it's in those fucking, what do you call it?
Yeah,
letters?
yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here it is.
Whoa.
Here it is. I like chicken and rice in Chinese. Okay, translated. 我是熊yo yo he me fun. Did I sound anything like that fucking goofy retard? We're in the building. Hey, baby, I don't know if you got the what's happening now. I texted it to us earlier, but I want to dive into that. But I want to dive into T's and P's to everybody that's being flooded out. I got to ask you, is this real or what? Is the cloud seeding thing a real thing or a conspiracy thing or what is it? Why is everybody underwater right now? Smitty, Tokyo is now underwater.
Right now?
Atlanta, Georgia. North Carolina, Fort Smith, Arkansas, New Mexico, Texas, Chicago. I don't know, man. But anyway, T's and P's, everybody going through it. Hope we don't get it. Washington, D.C. had a crazy-looking cloud around them with tornado warnings yesterday. I mean, it's crazy weather, homie. I don't know. Joe Court say it's perfectly normal. If you fucking say it's not, I'll fucking rip your face off and eat it with fucking salt and pepper. But anyway, we got a guest. It's Truth Telling Thursday. We're going to dive right into it. Energy's back up. We got 1,300 in here. We should have 1,300 likes. Pound it. The Korean Cosell himself, the co-host of Jason Whitlock's Fearless and the 3 Knockdown Rule, Mario Lopez, our main man, Korean Cosell, Steve Kim. Joined us.
Gentlemen, good Thursday to you.
Good Thursday. Steve, we're on fire here. Primetime hypocrite. You see the thumbnail. Rob Parker's gone in and called him one. I'm calling him one for a different reason, but I broke it down earlier. The salary cap thing. You've been hinting to the salary cap for some years on this show. I'm actually on the contractual side of things. I want to see a contract since the coaches can't leave without paying money back. I want to see the players pay you back if they leave because I don't think the salary cap's going to solve anything. I think they're still going to pay the 5-star the most money and the big dog's going to eat. Big fish eat little fish, Smitty. Steve, I think Ohio State, Alabama, they're still going to get the best player. Don't matter if you put a cap on it or not. I don't think it solves the problem. That's just me. But where are you at with this Deion speaking for the first time in a while at Media Day yesterday?
Well, I've never actually said that we need a salary cap. I think if the NIL was a true NIL, if there's an iconic player, like let's say Tim Tebow from 2007 to 9, if he gets $1 billion worth of real NIL endorsements, he should have the right to enforce every single one that he wants to sign up for. Now, in terms of the actual pay that comes from the new house settlement and all that, look, I think there's already going to be guardrails. I don't know if people are going to follow them. But, you know, people are jumping on Coach Prime. Let me defend him a little bit. He's been the one guy before any other coach that said flat out, this is not NIL what we're doing. We are paid for play. And there's 5 players in the country that people would recognize. And I got 2 of them in my building talking about Shador and then the Heisman Trophy winner, Travis Hunter. He's been honest about it. And I think what he's talking about is the unbalance or the imbalance in college football. So, look, I think it's interesting. If this was an older white coach saying this, there would be people completely outraged. But there'd also be people saying, yeah, that's what we need. But because it's Deion, I think people are now taking sides that are not honest. I actually think Deion brings up some points that need to be addressed. I do not want a college football where only 15 teams matter. I'm not a big super conference guy. And by the way, I've been watching this Big 12 Media Day. I'm telling you what, I am a big fan of Brett Big 12 Yormark, that commissioner, because he's flat out standing up for his conference. He's not genuflecting to the SEC and Big Ten. I love the fact he's saying 5-11. 5-11, let me go to heaven. He's not just saying, hey, we're going to go AQ. I love that. I actually like the fact he's talking up his conference, and I want to give the Big 12 some credit. I've been studying this. Their quarterback play, top to bottom, I think matches up with any conference in America. That does not mean they have the most top-end quarterbacks, but from top to bottom. And it's a shame that Retzlaff had to do what he did. Hey, a man has his needs. I think it's a good conference. I think it's a very good conference from 1 to 10. They probably have as much parity. Doesn't mean they're the best, but they probably have as much balance as any conference from 1 to about 10. But back to Deion. All Deion is asking for is a little bit of sanity. I don't think it's a bad thing. Is he being a bit of a hypocrite? Yes, because as a young man, when he had the Jerry curl going, yeah, he would have said, are you out of your mind? There's no salary cap here for me. But again, he would have been one of those iconic players.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. The issue I have is like last year, that wasn't a problem when his kids are getting that paid. They're getting that money.
Well, that was real NIL, though. They were actually doing real NIL. It wasn't just pay for play like a 5-star offensive lineman like Miami got, Hunter Cantwell. Nobody's going to know who he is. But he's getting a package. Yeah, I mean, let's just be on like Texas Tech. They just paid this Felix Ojos, the top 20 player, I believe he's going to be a left tackle, right? They paid him a lot of money.
$5 million, I think.
A lot of money. And you know what? I am enjoying what Texas Tech is doing. They are disrupting, and I love the fact that SEC schools are now pissed off at Texas Tech, and they have this big-time booster who is scaring people because he's talking about reform. And I saw an interview with them. Very impressive guy. Actually played in the early 2000s. Now he's made a lot of money. But I like the fact that a Texas Tech is now scaring the hell out of SEC and Big Ten. How dare you pay players more than us? Good. I actually like the fact that Texas Tech is saying, you know what, we're going to be a player. We're going to be a player, and we're going to buy your players. Because until you start putting guardrails in, Coach, and you're right. See, I don't know about a salary cap, but I do think there should be contractual obligations that you're right. If a player leaves, give us half that money back. Put it in there.
Or some, or some, yeah. Or sit out. You got to sit out, and you can't get paid at the new place. Like that's the one I like. I like that the best. I would say
sit out a year, and then you could start over, and you get one transfer, and if you transfer twice, sit out 2 years.
My thing is, if you do a school wrong and you lie and you do a bullshit commitment deal and you decommit at the end of the day, which isn't even a real word, you can't get paid at the new school. That would eliminate it all. I'm just telling you right now. That would shut all this shit down. It would shut the shit down. I'm just telling you. I don't know why it's so hard. I've talked to Willie Fritz and other guys. That is the thing that people want to do. Like, that'll eliminate all this drama. You telling me it won't? You telling me guys won't? They're going to go play free? Hell no.
The problem with that though, JB, because now I can envision players coming up with these situations. Hey, my grandma is sick. I need to go back closer to home. So I'm just saying, like, they'll come up with some creative stuff to where it's like
now asking for these guys to get paid back under the table.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So rules are rules. Rules are rules. If a coach has a family issue and takes a job and says that excuse, he has to sign a contract. He has to pay money back. It doesn't matter. That doesn't.
In the past, though, correct me if I'm wrong, JB, wasn't it like that even with the Old Trafford rules, where sometimes they would give a player a pass, like? You know, hey,
waivers.
Exactly. Okay.
That. In fact,
there was a waiver.
Remember?
Yeah, we had a waiver. There was a waiver, and there's green piece.
But I mean, look, Miami had this big defensive tackle named was Darrell Jackson. He's an NFL body. Okay, he went to Florida. He went from Maryland to Miami. Had a kind of an underwhelming year, and then he said, "Well, my mom's unhealthy. She's sick. I need to go to Florida State." And we're like, "All right." And then as soon as his waiver was kind of like it was going to be an issue with the NCAA, there was actually rumblings of him coming back to Miami. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Your mom's not going to get any better whether at Miami or Florida State. Just go to Florida State. I haven't heard about his mom. Did she make a miraculous recovery? It's funny how these things work.
Yeah, that's the bullshit part. That's the part that you can't trust. That's why it has to be a rule. Has to be a rule. Like, I don't trust that bullshit. I'm not. You had the schedule all summer long. Steve and I talked about it. You had the schedule all summer long. It's the same scenario as the kid coming and saying, my family reunion is in July. No, motherfucker, I've given you the schedule in January. Don't give me no bullshit excuse. That's the same shit. It's an excuse that comes back. Nah.
This reminds me of one of the most famous rants of all time. And Smitty, you may have been 5 years old when this happened. Dan Hawkins was on a radio show. This is when he was coaching at Colorado. And this was live radio. And I think this is like something that needs to be played for every player that goes into Division I football. He's like, well, yeah, we had a parent call in anonymously complaining about our schedule and that we're working him too hard. It's like really calm. Look, you get 2 weeks off after spring ball. You get a week off after summer conditioning. That's more vacation than you get. Big 12 football. This ain't intramurals, brother. This ain't intramurals.
Hey, Steve, back to your...
It's one of the funniest sound bites I've ever seen because the radio host is like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
But shout out to Hawk.
Back to your... he's coaching with his son now. He's helping out. I was with the starting quarterback at Idaho, where his son Cody's the head coach. And
so it ain't intramurals.
And he's actually he's not on staff technically, but he's doing special teams. He's running shit. Let me ask you something.
Prime, look, I get what people are saying, but Coach Prime is not necessarily wrong. He might be a hypocrite. I get it. I'm not going to even argue that point. But his overall underlying point, I don't really disagree with it all that much. Again, you really want a football where only 12 to 15 teams actually matter, and we just have 2 super conferences, which I heard there's rumors of ACC teams. They're going to be part of a super league, and I'm like, good grief, what the?
Hey, that's what Saban's been saying for a long time. Eventually, they'll break out of the NCAA, in my opinion. But I got to ask you, you and I both came on here last year and said, Big 12 is going to be really good and blah, blah, blah. They were really bad. So, like, they were
pretty solid. They had like 8 teams in it in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, but they didn't play. I mean, BYU didn't get to play. Arizona State didn't get to play.
BYU was 10 points away from being undefeated. Arizona State, they went 15 rounds with Texas.
Talk about it.
Toe to toe with them.
Yeah.
I'm studying the Big 12 a lot because I think that conference is going to be a lot of fun. Okay. I look at their quarterback play, and it's really too bad Retzlaff is not there because if he was there, I would make this statement. They have the best quarterback play in the country, top to bottom. They may not have a Nussmeier. They might not have a Drew Allard. They may not have a Carson Beck even. But you look at a guy like Levitt at Arizona State. That's a pro prospect. Josh Hoover, that's a pretty good quarterback.
You lost BYU's guy, wherever he ends up.
Yeah, Retzlaff. And then you look, Jalen Daniels as a healthy version of himself was much better the last month. I don't know if he's a pro prospect. I know he's a very good college quarterback. Sawyer Robertson out of Baylor. He's another really good one. Utah with Dampier. I think that new style they're going to run, I think they're going to shake things up. Caden Salter has a bit of a history. I think he'll be pretty good for Colorado. I'm just telling you, just look at the court. Oh, Becht, Rocco Becht, right? At Iowa State, that's a pretty good guy. I think he'll eventually get drafted. And Kansas State, Avery Johnson. He's got to become more of a quarterback and evolve his athleticism into being able to throw in the pocket on time. He does that, he will get drafted. That's a pretty solid group of quarterbacks there.
Yeah, it is. None of them will be any good in the NFL, but they're
you
good.
say that about every single guy.
Right.
Fucking shit. The quarterbacks are horrible, but we'll get there.
He don't like quarterback play. He don't like football. He just a grunt. We just walk around just mad all day.
Hey, Steve, we did a little segment to start the show before we get into some college football. We got some Auburn questions for you, but Cam Newton, everybody else has gone in on this Auburn, Alabama thing. But we did a little segment, give me a break or throw me a steak, basically, on these quarterbacks. And I just want to ask you about one guy, Kyler Murray. Is this shit or get off the pot year for him? Because I'm just telling you, like, he has to figure something out here. He's about to be 28, and it seems like he's been in the league forever. And a lot of people have forgotten about the guy. He needs the shit to get out the pot. Justin Herbert's right with him, in my opinion, but I think Kyler got paid. He's a guy that either needs to elevate his team or he's going to be a guy that's going to be a journeyman in the NFL. I'm just telling you.
Well, look, he's only been with one team, and what's this, his 5th year? I don't think, well, he wasn't bad last year. Wasn't he pretty serviceable?
I've been telling you this all that, like, I mean, Kyler Murray has not been like bad. He's gotten hurt a little bit. He's missed some time, but he's not really been bad.
He's a fucking nobody.
Okay, with that being said, though, a big part of
21-11.
the Cardinals taking that next step is Marvin Harrison Jr., a legitimate number one. He had a decent rookie year. The concern with him coming in is, does he have the acceleration and the twitch of a guy like Malik Neighbors, who can separate? Is Harrison just a really good possession receiver? And again, I don't use that as a pejorative. I'm not trying to go Asante Samuels here. Yeah. But if Harrison could make the next step forward, you got a good tight end over there. Yeah. Gannon did a pretty good job. I mean, again, he's probably in that area where he's not elite. But, Coach, I don't think he's a journeyman either. I think he's a pretty solid starter, but I think you're paying him a lot of money, though. That's the thing.
Dave, he's actually been in the league since 19. This guy's fucking been in the league now a while. Like, this guy's about year 7.
Okay. So JB, I guess let me ask you this. When you say this is nut up or shut up, like, what are the expectations? Are you saying, like, just makes the playoffs?
Yes.
Like, what do we need to do for you to be like, okay, it's a good season? They're not winning the Super Bowl.
I mean, be competitive. Be competitive in the West. Be competitive in the West. They haven't been, really. I mean,
that's cool. All right.
They made it to one playoff. Have they been playoff 1 year, right?
Yeah, it was a playoff.
Yeah, they got blown out by the Rams.
Yeah, got blown out.
That's the year the Rams won Super Bowl, though. So, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I hear. I'm just saying, when I look at the numbers and stuff like that, I think Connor gets – I mean, he needs to play better. Don't get me wrong. But it's not as bad as you make it seem like, is all I'm saying.
But here's the thing, though, Coach. With his style where he runs around a lot, like the end of a Benny Hill show.
Oh, he's so bad, middle midget. He's so bad.
That's not going to age well, especially at his size.
He's so bad.
It's not.
He's the worst quarterback to watch on film. Like, if a quarterback guy is breaking someone down.
Oh, yeah, on film, yeah.
And I've talked to certain guys that are like, dude, it's almost an impossibility to even watch the kid. Because he'll have a hitch ball right in his face. He won't fucking throw it. He'll tuck it down and run around in circles. Like, it's like he has no clue what's going on. I don't understand it. But he got paid.
Show me a quarterback that out of every 10 dropbacks, 9 of them are within 2.5 seconds. I'll show you a quarterback that is efficient, that knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And there's too many times with Murray, I'm like, Kyle, this ain't powder puff at the park. This ain't flag football.
Nah, he plays the game still like he's like we did as kids.
Like a flag football tournament.
He's having fun with it, though. I mean, he threw 3,800 yards last year with that style.
Yeah, I mean, look, you want to be right around 4,000. But what happens when he loses a step at that size, Smitty? That's the concern.
Yeah, he's going to be 2 more years from now. I'm telling you, he'll be in fucking Canada.
No, he ain't that bad style.
He'll probably play baseball before that.
Right, JB tripping, man.
He ain't playing for the Edmonton Eskimos. He's going to be a Saskatchewan Rough Rider.
Yeah, he's going to be Edmonton Elk. Now they're the Elk because they went woke.
Keep going, Steve. Name another team.
Toronto Argonauts.
He might be playing with Rock in them XFL.
Oh, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
I don't even think they're the Blue Bombers. I think they went woke. Aren't they something else now? Like the fucking.
I don't know, but I just remember Dieter Brock came there from the Rams.
Dieter Brock, man, number 5. Redshirt freshman linebacker DJ Barber has been kicked off the Auburn football team 2 days after his arrest on 3 charges, including felony drug trafficking. Damn. Barber allegedly had in his possession 2.5 pounds of marijuana. THC vapes.
Now hold on.
2.5 pounds ain't no real trafficking.
Hold on.
He had THC vape, digital scales, and a Glock.
Well, hey, wait a minute.
In the what, JB?
Hey,
a Glock.
Can we hold on, Coach? I'm sick of you ripping these kids. Maybe he had an NI deal with the local drug shop or pharmacy, CVS.
Thank you, Steve.
So wait, hold on, Steve. On the meeting. So hold on. So, Steve, you're saying that we should be paying them under the table again then?
No, he's saying it might be an NIL deal with the local weed store, and they're saying, hey, carry around weed, THC vapes, keep you a Glock just in case to protect yourself. Right. We do believe in our amendment, and he just got caught up, and it's unfortunate.
The only thing he's missing.
Worm gave him a deal.
Hey, the only thing he's missing, Steve, with my theory that I've been saying for years, the only thing he's missing on this list is fucking Taco Bell.
JB, didn't you have these same things when you were this age, other than the THC vapes?
No. So here's the thing. Somebody's in the 4-year level hit me up yesterday and was like, JB, the biggest challenge we have coaching right now. He goes, and you couldn't do it. That's why you're not coaching. He's like, you couldn't do it because you fuck everybody on the team. He goes, this is the one problem we're having. All these cats are watching their favorite fucking nobody ass rapper and thinking that's them. They want to be gangster. I had a fucking D1 coach. I'm curious if Smitty wants to talk to some of his buddies that are coaching right now too, that we've talked to before when Smitty came over here, and if they have the same theory, because this is a head football coach and is like, these motherfuckers all think they're, and a brother, by the way, all think they're gangster. They think they're so hard. When you speak to them in a meeting, when you talk to them about life, they're so fucking want to be gangster. He goes, it's ruined. It's making it so hard because now we're giving them money and they could actually fulfill a fake gangster life. He goes, it's a fucking sad thing to see. He goes, because now they got the money and go out and get this fucking car that they can go pull up on a broad with, and then pull up with 2.5 pounds of weed and show it off to the homies. He's like, it's a real thing, Smitty. I'm just telling you, that's what I got last night from a message. So
I'm not surprised. I mean, let's be real, JB. We had teammates that was like this too. It just we didn't have NIL, but let's be real. I had some teammates who were really like in that type of environment though. So like it wasn't no fake stuff. It just they so happened to be good at football, and we were just as their teammates trying to bring them to our side. Like, hey, you don't need to do that no more.
But a lot of these guys, yeah, that's called JUCO. Our whole team was that, but these guys weren't that.
But again, I don't know this guy's story. I'm just saying some guys are faking, some guys are not, and that's just what it is.
But these guys are becoming it when they get an NIL. That's you know when you're faking shit.
Yeah, of course.
Look on the bright side here of a guy like that. Doesn't every team need a guy that can be the source? So everyone smokes weed. At least you know. You don't have to go anywhere. You could just hit up number 53, go to his locker.
No, he's the weed man. He's the
no. Steve is probably joking a little bit, but he's kind of being like true. Like I knew what teammate. Like we had a teammate at Ball State who managed
if I partook in that type of stuff, the fact that I knew I could just go to the dorm and I knew a certain guy that had the stuff, and I didn't have to go out into the street, didn't even have to go off campus.
Yeah,
maybe he's providing a service. Maybe he's Auburn's big worm. I actually, whatever.
I had a teammate. They got like 2 pounds of weed. Got sent to them, and they actually got in trouble. But coach kind of kept it under the radar because we had a bowl game coming up. I'm gonna keep the names out of it. But again, I'm not trying to like belittle it. I'm just saying like this isn't like some new shit. Like this ain't some like.
Every team's had a weed guy. We have to be honest about this. Every team's had a big worm. We know it. He got the heat. I've actually heard stories.
JB, what do you got, JB?
He got the heat, worried about what? The Alabama teammates coming up on him, pulling up on him, trying to get his shit. Alabama.
The front boys.
Now we're banging in the SEC.
Hey, JB, real quick before you move on, Nate, list all the stuff he had on him again.
He had vapes,
pins,
2.5 pounds of weed, a Glock, and a digital scale.
So the guy's precise because he cares about customer service. You know what? I guarantee you his Yelp ratings are at least a 4. I guarantee you that much. If I get a dime bag, I don't want 8 cents. I want a dime. Anyway.
Seriously, Smitty, everything you pointed out and Steve pointed out is all true. We all had guys.
I didn't. But
the problem is, though, we didn't get the money up front to go support it, which makes it even worse. These cats got the money up front now. They're getting money. NIL is not good in this scenario. I'm just telling you right now. We at least aspire to go make the money and be an NFL player or get out the hood or whatever. This is like I could stay in the hood and be this.
Right.
I got self-funding now. I got fucking personal funding from NIL money.
I have a question, Coach. What hole do you think Hugh Freeze was on when he found out the news?
9.
7th, 9th, yeah.
It was the Glock 9.
Yeah, probably the 10th. Probably had the chipping wedge out, and he's like, "What's going on here?" Ah, Jesus! You know,
he got a phone call, Steve.
Yeah,
what's going on, man? I'm hitting par. I'm going for birdie.
Yeah, I'm in my backswing, asshole. What's going on?
What? Barber.
Who? Ah, Jesus! All
2.5.
The collective called him and was like, "Hey, man, you got a guy over here with scales, vape pen, weed, and a Glock."
But guys, this goes. Look, Nate Newton had himself I mean, he had himself a stash, and Nate made a lot of money at that point. Remember Nate Newton, and remember also Bam Morris, or they used to call him Graham Morris. He had a big thing. There was the Cowboys receiver Sam Hurd. He was running a pharmacy. This is nothing new.
I'm going to sound like the old guy on the hill, Steve. Here, I'm going to sound like the old guy.
Most spots.
And Smitty, you may remember some of this, or you know somebody that this happened to, maybe because you're still possibly in that era. But we used to get student loans for out-of-state football players.
Yeah.
Or financial aid, even their financial aid for in-state football players. Like my Compton kids who get their fast food and all that shit. We had created an account for them to where either somebody, an adult, a mentor, their parent, somebody, we couldn't directly do it. It'd be a federal offense, by the way, for a coach to take financial aid money and put it away. But we put it in their parent's name or our account, where the kid had to go to it and they had an allowance type of thing, basically. And I did it for my whole team. And it helped the kids manage their dollars when they never had money before. Because in college, you get to college, what do you see on campus? The cell phone guy and the credit card guy. They're all giving you this shit to fuck your credit off. Like me now at 49, I got fucking shitty ass credit because I took 30 fucking credit cards at 18 in JUCO. So people don't realize that is what it helped with. It helped these kids out. I got guys thanking me to this day. It helped them manage their money. Nowadays, they're getting these fucking NIL ridiculous amounts of money. And the mentor, who's their parent, never even made the amount of money their 18-year-olds making.
Oh, they're skimming off the kid.
And there's a problem.
Let's be honest.
It's reversed.
If I was a parent and I had a child that got a big NIL deal, first thing I'd say, we're starting a Roth IRA. We're going to put this into, also I'd start an annuity that would mature at about age 35. I don't know how long those have to be. Depends on the output. And then I'd also say, look, we're buying no jewelry. We're going to buy Bitcoin instead. And the rest we're going to put into the bank. And you don't need a new car. You don't need a Hellcat. Just drive the old hoopty. The hoopty's been good enough for 5 years. The hoopty will be good enough when you graduate. And then when you're 21, you can make your own decisions. That's what I would do. Because I don't want to hear these sad stories. Well, I had a $3 million NIL deal, and now I'm broke at 28. I would say I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. Steve, we got our buddy of the show who's on every year, Trent Richardson, Alabama legend, who's on a new show, and Smitty's going to introduce it.
Yes, I am. So, former Alabama QB A.J. McCarron.
Wow, A.J. McCarron. National championship winning quarterback.
National championship winning quarterback, yes. He actually ripped Hugh Freeze, though, on the Dynasty Bama podcast with T-Rich over that house settlement. Baby, is there an actual video based to this? Or no? Okay, no video here, so I'll read it. He said, and I quote, Hugh Freeze is full of shit. I think Hugh Freeze is trying to do whatever he can to save face. He's starting to feel pressure at Auburn. Going into his third year, not having the success that the alumni, the boosters, and everybody donating a lot of money thought he would have by this point. I think he's trying to figure out and scramble on why they're not successful. The state of Alabama is ran by Alabama fans, Alabama alumni, whether you like it or not, end quote. Woo! Said a lot, Steve. What's your take on that?
I'm going to say this right now for the deep freeze. He's under pressure. Everything AJ said is correct. And this is one of the teams I'm going to be really watching. I think they play Baylor early on. That's going to be a tough game, okay? Here's the reality for Auburn. Their offense last year was terrible. This year, they have to make a jump. Now, Jackson Arnold did not work out at Oklahoma, but in his defense, there was no help. Bad offensive line, no receivers. Okay, that offense from day one, when I saw them play Temple in the second game, first game, I said, that doesn't look right. And it never got righted. But if Jackson Arnold can live up to his 5-star ranking, you have Cam Coleman, who was the second best receiver in that recruiting class behind Jeremiah Smith. He has an NFL future. They acquired Eric Singleton from Georgia Tech. That's an NFL receiver. They're going to be able to run the ball a little bit. They have some weapons. And if Jackson Arnold doesn't work out, I wonder, you go to the true freshman Deuce Knight, who is highly regarded. But AJ is right. I believe Auburn has to put up a year where they win 8-9 games and there's significant progress, or there's going to be some trouble in the Plains.
Steve, who's on the hotter seat? Hugh Freeze or Venables?
Well, now Venables, I think, is like 22-17. Here's the thing with Oklahoma. They can actually be a much better team and still only have 7 wins. Have you seen that gauntlet that they play the last 6 weeks? That's like the Baton Death March. Honestly, I'm wondering if Oklahoma's thinking to themselves, should we have just stayed in the Big 12? What are we doing here? Look at Oklahoma's schedule, Bailey. Bring it up. On that list, 6-7 games, I'm like, ooh, wow. Now, Ben Arbuckle is the coordinator. He came with this quarterback material. Now you have Jaden Ott. The receivers are kind of healthy again. They have a shot to be better, but guys, look at that schedule. It's a death march. Ooh, it's tough.
Cam Newton also came out and said that like Gene Chiswick told him.
Have they put the fire extinguisher to that jersey? Hey, young man, you respect my guy. Very bad behavior. Don't like that.
I don't know, but he said Gene Chiswick told him something that he'll never forget. He said basically there's 4 people that's the most important in Alabama, the state of Alabama, every year.
The head coach
of both teams and the quarterback of both teams. That's it. There's no pro team in Alabama. He broke it down, and he was like, so Hugh Freeze is under some heat. I agree. I think he is under some heat. And I've met Hugh. I've had 2 interactions with Hugh in person over recruiting. And I knew right away when I saw him that he's a fake fuck. And I was like, I didn't want nothing to do with him. And I never sent a kid to him. But, like, I could see it seeping through right now because we've had multiple players come out also and talk about Hugh Freeze over the years. Like, this guy couldn't give a shit less about me and blah, 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 blah. I think it is true.
But Coach, on the bright side, his handicap is down to 5.
Well, he's trying to be a scratch golfer, Steve, because he knows it's short-lived here.
Real quick, Steve, we got the OU schedule here. I know you asked for it, so here it is right here lined up. Illinois State, Michigan, Temple, Auburn, Kent State, Texas, South Carolina, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Bama, Mizzou, and LSU, all back-to-back.
Steve, I don't know. The front part of this thing is winnable, though.
Okay, right, because you're playing like some of the out-of-conference things. Ben Arbuckle is a very highly regarded coordinator, and the fact that he came in with this quarterback material is big. Okay? And look, Oklahoma showed flashes. I mean, they dominated Bama last year. They have some edge rushers that I like, but God, that's a tough schedule.
Starting October 11th, it gets kind of scary. I mean, you got Texas, South Carolina, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Bama, Mizzou, and LSU to end the season.
Those are all legitimate top 20 teams at the very least, if not top 5. They could be a better team, and they could be 6-6.
Yes.
You know, keep this
that'll
in mind.
They're fired.
OU's athletic director, Joe Castellano, or whatever his name, Joe C., he's out. So now when you have a new AD, guess what? Your job security is cut in half as a struggling coach.
They might go 5-7, Steve. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right. They actually might.
But this schedule is light work compared to Florida's last year. Florida ended up surprising folks. So to Steve's point, maybe Oklahoma surprised you. If not, though, I think Venables is back at JUCO.
I just wonder, are they actually having buyer's remorse? Because they do not have the pure economic.
Wait. You mean going to the SEC? You're not talking about the. Yes, I'm with you. Yes.
I don't look. I was thinking about this, Coach. I actually would not mind this whole new 16-team playoff we're going to have down the line if we actually still had the Pac-12, the Southwest Conference, even the Big East, and a functional ACC. So this way, there's regionality, everyone, but just to have 2 leagues, and where 2 leagues are saying, well, we want 2/3 of the spots, I'm like, well, we're going to get the same games over and over again.
Right.
I like the fact Brett Yormark is flat out saying, no, I'm fighting for the Big 12 and we're pretty damn good. And he's selling his conference. My guys, Rufino and Joe, I love those guys. I completely disagree when they said, well, Yormark's got to stop comparing him to the SEC. He's not comparing him. He's sticking up for his conference. That's his job. But I like the fact that other conferences now are saying, hey, hold on, guys. There's more than 32 teams that play college football here. And I just think, to me, we're homogenizing this thing to a point. Don't we get the NFLs on Sunday? Why ruin Saturdays? Why?
I've been saying this, man. You can't have the same I don't know. I heard Deion yesterday talk about rule changes, and I'm with the whole shorts and biker shorts and all that shit.
That's
knee
another
pads.
thing I liked. That's another thing that I liked. And did you ever think that
I've been on
Coach
that.
Prime and Tom Coughlin would ever be on the same page on this? Because Coughlin flat out would stop practice. Hey, buddy, pull your pants down and get some knee pads. I mean, seriously, I've seen it.
Alan and them in the chat will tell you. I used to have refs at every practice. Fuck around and have knees showing, and your ass is gone, running around the fucking field because you couldn't have it in the game.
Right,
so I'm not practicing.
right.
Nowadays, these cats are wearing biker shorts, and I've been saying for years on this show, like a lot of things Deion and I agree with. A lot of things we agree with when it comes to the rules. Now, I don't know, Steve, if we should do what you just said, though, when he just said, let's have 2 feet in on the catch. Let's do the clock the same as the NFL.
What do we do? We already gave him the 2-minute warning. Gee, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Is it the NFL junior? Or is it
what do you want to do? Move in the hash marks?
I still think, still think college needs to still be college, though, man. I think we're too advancing this thing too much. Why have college then? Just have go do a prep year and go right to the NFL. Like, this don't make sense.
I agree with Shaun. To that point, everybody's not going to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So, like, why are we going to make it as hard as the NFL? Like, getting 2 feet in ain't for everybody as a receiver.
The money's changing the mindset of everybody, even like the Deion Sanders of the world, who's used to saying, I know I'm going to the NFL. I'm Deion Sanders. There's not only 1% of those guys in the league. There's only one Travis Hunter every year, if at all. So, I think you need to keep college football like
how do you think Deion looked? I thought he sounded okay.
I thought he was a little frail looking, a little darker. Maybe Smitty's point, he might be a little darker. He's been in Texas sun all fucking month or 2 months. I don't know. He didn't sound right to me. That's just me. Nah, that's to me. I got a little raspy. I
thought he sounded right, but I told JB he did look a little slimmer to me. I think he lost some weight. I will say that.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I've got some messages that something that he might have had, but I'm not going to say. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. So
him and the Athletic don't like each other because when they went to the question portion, that's why he goes, yo, on the Athletic, you all some with me. I'm like, okay, I think he's healthy. If he still has his grudges and he's still calling out the media, you know what? He's back. He's. Okay.
I'm surprised JB and him and like you and Deion, y'all see eye to eye. You should be a fan and supporting Colorado. It's so weird, but anyway. Keep this thing moving.
No, I don't. That's what I don't need to do. See, that's the thing. That's the difference between me and you. See, they got prime sexuals who just like Deion for who Deion is. They don't give a fuck about Colorado.
JB shows love in a weird way, Steve. Like, I love you. I love Deion. This is my best friend. We agree. We talk all the time, but he can't coach. Colorado's bad. I'm like, damn, okay.
I didn't say he can't coach. I just said, like,
I'm joking.
This is year 3, though. And this is the year that I want to see from all coaches because this is the 3-year option for success. This is my 3-year plan for success. This is what all coaches aspire to do this year 3. And I want to see him in year 3 without his kids, without all that shit. I want to see if this guy has made the leap and bounds.
Opening weekend, they play a team that I like a lot. And I think as long as they're a quarterback who
Georgia Tech?
Yes, with the healthy Haynes King, who I believe is an NFL prospect, with all that jet sweep motion, trust me, I saw it firsthand as they ruined our season again. Brent Key is a guy that's a serious football coach. And it's really a shame that Auburn poached Singleton, because if they would have had Singleton and Rutherford outside with Jamal Haynes at running back and Haynes King with all the fancy eye candy, I am very glad Georgia Tech is not on the Miami schedule. I'll just leave it at that. That's the worst team to play right off the bat. I like Georgia Tech. They are my ACC sleeper. They're Rip Van Winkle. Tough out as long as Haynes King stays upright.
I like the Colorado. They take these challenges at the beginning of the season versus playing these Stony Brooks and Colgates. They go out there, they play a Georgia Tech to see where their team is at. I like that. In other news, guys, some sad news happening in the college football world. NIU, Northern Illinois, is leaving the MAC. And now Ohio is reportedly engaged in preliminary talks about joining the Sun Belt. I'm going to ask you guys this. You guys know I played in the MAC. You know what I'm saying? I'm a MAC legend. Is MACtion the next conference to be killed off?
Yes, it's already killed off. It's already dead.
Oh, come on, coach. That's
fucking JUCO.
Oh, would you stop?
Stop it. Way better than JUCO.
This is ridiculous. What? Okay, I get it. It's probably a better deal. When I think of Northern Illinois, I don't think, wow, Sun Belt football. I mean, come on. What is this shit?
I think NIU's going to was it Mountain West, Bailey?
No,
if I'm not mistaken.
Who knows? Send him to Iran. It don't
LaShawn
matter.
Johnson would not approve. LaShawn Johnson would not approve.
Let me ask you this.
NIU was always really good when I was at Ball State. That was the one team that we never got past. Even when our team was fucking, we went 10-2 one season. We were one of the losses was always NIU because they had the Heisman candidate. You guys probably don't remember Jordan Lynch at quarterback.
Jordan Lynch, the year they went 12-0.
He was a bad boy. They played Florida State, right, in the bowl game, I think. Yeah. We played them, and that was the guy, man. He was as good as advertised. I'll let you know. That's one of the best players I ever played against.
Now the MAC is getting rated. This is sad.
Why? My question is this.
I mean, what?
My question
I hate it.
That's how Jordan Lynch was great at that conference, and he was an absolute fucking nobody in the NFL. That tells you what this league is.
Well, but again,
he was an NFL. He was like a Tebow. He was like a Tebow. He was an NFL quarterback. He was a great college quarterback.
Quarterback.
And they played Florida State good in that bowl game. It was a tight game.
Exactly, a fucking nobody. So let me tell you something real quick.
He's tripping.
Steve, I gotta. Why the question that nobody wants to talk about is why are these things keep being brought up right as season gets ready to kick off? That tells me something. The investment is not there. College football is a mockery. It is a joke, and we're always looking for the biggest and best thing. Right before the season, we open a portal. Right before the season, we want to add new teams to the Pac-12. Now we got fucking Texas State. Whoever the fuck that is, coming to the Pac-12.
That conference, it's not happening in 5 weeks, coach. Isn't it all?
No, I get it, but that's still a distraction overall when we don't know what we're going to be in next year or where we're going to be. It hurts recruiting as a coach. It hurts the sale of the program. It hurts everything. College football is in a fucking disarray. I'm just telling you right now, it's a joke to me. I don't know. Just get rid of the NCAA and just go free for all. Just put every team out there, and whoever wins has the best record. Base it on like old BCS points, separation of wins, victory points, and spread, and all that shit. Do all that. Say fuck it. Fuck the leagues. This is horrible, man. This is a joke. Just let everybody pay everybody.
People say get rid of the NCAA. Well, I don't want to be.
They don't do nothing.
Defender, but they
don't do nothing. Like they don't do nothing no more.
So do we want the anarchy or not? Because the NCAA tried to actually curb some of the anarchy. So I don't want to be Walter Byers here.
Yeah, but they're the judge, jury, and executioner to me. They don't do anything. They don't give anything other than hand down a suspension for a coach for giving a hamburger out. They'll suspend a player from buying his girl a fucking Rose Bowl ticket, but they don't fucking do anything for the betterment of the kid or the coach. I don't see the benefit of having them anymore. And I think Nick Saban's been right on, and Sankey's been on this thing for 5 years. Like, what do they do for us? I know Lane Kiffin and others are. What do they do for us? I'm on the same boat. What are they doing for the game? I don't see them doing anything, like other than implicate you and
right. But again, all those guys that you mentioned, all they do is anything for the SEC. They don't care about the overall good of college football.
That is right. An exact point, no doubt. I'm one type of. Because they want to separate. But when you start to become rogue, Steve and Smitty, you know that you start to want to separate yourself. You start to become what? The villain. Yeah. You want to get out of there. I wanted to get out of there. Let's be the villain. I mean, that's be what it is. SEC's the villain. Everybody hates the SEC.
Do they?
I think so. Besides the SEC fans.
Well, the problem with the SEC fans, you have Mississippi State fans celebrating like they won a national title. Like, your buddy, you came in 17th place. Don't chant SEC. My God. I'm going to tell you one thing. I will give Michigan fans credit. They weren't chanting Big Ten as Ohio State beat Notre Dame last year. They weren't doing that garbage. Good grief.
100%, man. 100%. Let's go to our last topic before Steve has to jump and go, man. President Donald Trump says the Redskins should have never changed their name, man. Change the video. Show the video right now. Show the video, Bailey.
Why are you so mad, man?
You want me to make a controversial statement? I would. I wouldn't have changed the name. But that's there. It just doesn't have the same. It doesn't have the same ring to me. But, winning can make everything sound good. So if they win, all of a sudden the Commander sounds good, but I wouldn't have changed the name.
Winning does solve all. If they go win, we'll be like, hail to the Commanders. It won't be an issue. But
Commander's like now for him, for a president, commander-in-chief, commander, like sounds like it could be all right. But
they could win it all too. They might win it all this year with my boy Sheldon Day in the middle. So we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah, they got no shot. But yeah, I like it.
NFC Championship last year, homie. Stop.
Yeah, Jaden's gonna hit a slump this year, and then next year it'll be good again.
Don't speak death on his life.
That has been the trend for. But I just want to say about what Donald Trump said. Yes, completely agree with that. Very, very American statement. But I have a question. Why are the Redskins, or why were the Redskins forced to change their name, but the Chiefs still stand?
Woo!
No, I personally don't think they should have changed.
I've been asking. I don't understand why there's no heat for the Chiefs, for the Atlanta Braves, for the fucking. I don't understand. Blackhawks. The Indians changed. The Indians.
I'm speaking on straight just ignorance. It's again. I guess the term Redskin is that just that term just. I don't know.
It's a bunch of white, Karen, fat, wobble body, white girls with blue hair. The Indians didn't want to change it.
There's a lot of Native Americans.
I'm talking about that Indian, not the fucking red dot. I'm talking about the So like, let's be honest.
The F Troop Indians.
Yeah, so it is what it is. But
Steve Kim, big time boxing card tomorrow. Who you got? Katie Taylor or Amanda Serrano? Part 3. Talk about it.
No, you said big time. You mean women's boxing is on Friday.
Hold on, Serrano and Taylor, they go at it.
Yeah, they do. It's a good fight. I haven't written one word about it.
Big time.
I haven't talked about it till now. It's going to happen. I think it's going to be another good fight. But Saturday, Louis Armstrong Stadium. There's going to be a good card there. Shakur, Zapata, Shiraz, Berlanga. And then the 19th, Boxing Palooza, coach. Get it ready. All day boxing.
Steve, I wanted to have such a segment with you today, but we don't have time. I just can't wait to have this segment.
What segment?
Oh, man. Show it, Bailey, real quick. Just give Smitty a little. Steve a little.
They don't know what he's talking about right now. He's shaking his head. He's confused.
Bailey, it's the what we're waiting for. What we're waiting for, Bailey. You know what it is.
Come on, Bailey.
Good grief. Now, what is that? What is the purpose of this?
What the fuck are we doing?
Football.
Steve,
that's football.
Tuesday,
but remember, next week, Boxing Palooza, Joshua Dubois, Bam Rodriguez, and Old Pac-Man.
I can't wait to watch this video with Smitty later, Steve, in this show. The 19th, right?
The 19th, next Saturday.
I'll be flying back in. I'll keep y'all posted. All right, then, Steve.
All right, talk to you guys later.
I'm
gonna be flying back in from Indy. I fly back in Saturday, but I'm not landing until 8 something, so I probably don't know if I'll be able to make it. I might put up on you. We'll talk. But when we come back, we're gonna dive into this video. These women out here getting better, and we're gonna see JB's take, and then we'll come right back and finish the show. Be back in 3 minutes.
We got a guest.
Yeah, what advice did you? I guess you feel like I know you always thinking back to what would your grandpa tell you in this situation or that situation, this situation, in this current moment. What do you think grandpa or grandma would tell you, kind of a word of advice to handle this current situation right now when you think about just the landscape of what's going on and where you at, the level you are? What would they tell you right now in this scenario?
Look, let me tell you something. My grandmama used to say, you better live for the day because you might not be here tomorrow. And I'm gonna tell you something. I look back on all this stuff. We done lost Frankie Beverly and Babe. We done lost Rich Homie Qua. We done lost what's the day for the Lion King? What's the King day?
J. Earl Jones.
We done lost J. Earl Jones. So let me tell you something. You don't never know when you go get your last piece of that good old stuff. So I'm gonna tell you something. I may not be as young as I used to be, and I may not get it in as much as I used to. But if I got me an opportunity to get me a nice little old tenderoni named Michelle. Oh yeah, Michelle. Oh boy, you got me reminiscing.
It was good.
But if I got me an opportunity to get me some old bumpy grind, I'm gonna get it. And that's
Michelle.
Live today because you may not be here tomorrow.
Let me ask you, bro. Last thing, before I know you're busy schedule, you got all kinds of shit going on. You're probably flying back and forth ESPN right now, and the Michelle girl that everybody you went viral for last night. We got a bet going on here in the studio.
Okay.
Over under, and you just got to give us over under. You just got to give us over under. You don't got to put her privacy out there because I know you said she private. We got an over under on this. How old was she on? 27. Over or under? We got.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say, because I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Under. Now it wasn't no R. Kelly like under, but it was under, baby. Like them young. I like them young. When the younger they are, the more freaky they is. I like them nice and young. And she sure was. She was under. And even Ocho says she was fine. So when the news come out, because you already know it is, at some point, just know that Unc was getting it in with a nice young tenderoni under 27.
You got a foot fetish, Unc?
Do I got what?
A foot fetish.
Oh, boy, much as I've been running, scoring all these touchdowns on these feet, I sure do. I love me some feet because my feet messed up. My feet look like LeBron James. So I sure do got a foot fetish. I love the way them old tenderoni feet look with no corns on.
I respect, man. Listen, I don't know why everybody going at you. I think it's a good look for you. Helps your shows grow. Club Shay Shay.
Of course, a good look. Look, all my merch is sold out. Everything Nightcap is sold out. Everything on the website. You can't find nothing on there. So you done right. It's a good look. Now, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to go live. I'm not going to say that. I'm embarrassed by it. I am totally ashamed. But something good came out of an embarrassing situation, and I am sold out of my merch once again. So, I take it for what it is. I take that check.
I bet you will, man. I know JB thought you had set it up.
I thought it was fake.
He thought it was fake.
I'm gonna keep it real on here. I tried to go on IG Live, and it takes a process. It's literally like 5 steps. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you just threw it on the bed and the motherfucker went live. I gotta be honest. I don't know, man. Did you also win to Mega Millions? Because that shit had to be one of the most. You just throw it up. And that motherfucker hit live. There's just no way. Because I just went through 5 steps and I couldn't even get to live.
Well, maybe it was Mark Zuckerberg. Somebody did it. It wasn't me.
You don't think your homegirl Michelle might have set you up, homie? Like, I think that's my conspiracy.
Look, that's highly possible. It could have been one of those situations where she went live and I didn't know she went live. So all I did is came home, took my clothes off, threw my phone on the bed. So unless Michelle went live and didn't tell me, and didn't let me know, or unless I got hacked because somebody else went live, I don't know how it happened. I'm just glad that they didn't show me.
Did you have a midget on his knees behind you guys?
Look, hey, look, Uncle, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know what went down and how it happened, but I'm just so glad it didn't have me on there because I would have been way more embarrassed than I am now.
Last question for me. Has your DMs been like popping even more in the last 24 hours? Like, have all the ladies been trying to get some a piece of Club Shay Shay, a piece of Unc?
Look, let me. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. This exclusive right here. Don't nobody even know this yet. I done got me an offer from Pornhub.
Are you kidding me?
Pornhub did offer me $1 million to go live and have sex and be sponsored by Pornhub. Now I done told y'all this first. Don't nobody know that. So when it hit TMZ, when it hit social media, just know I said it right here with Smitty and Coach JB first.
Exclusive news. Exclusive.
That's making that news. And if you don't believe it, Google it after we hang up.
Well, man,
I got one last question. One last question, man, before we let you go.
Okay, go.
I heard the name Michelle.
Okay.
But I'm hearing some very, very interesting takes. I got a few friends over at ESPN that text me, and I gotta ask you, man. Did you just use the name Michelle, but the real name starts with M as well, as in Molly Quorum?
Oh my God!
Was that Molly Quorum? Keep it real, is that Molly Quorum, homie? Was that Molly Quorum? Keep it real, was that Molly Quorum?
Come on now. Hey, come on now. Now you being messy. Now you know that Stephen A stuff. You know that Stephen A stuff. You coming on here, you being messy now. Now you being messy. Now I'm not gonna confirm or deny. But I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say. You try to give me a Stephen A and I can't, and then you gonna walk off. You know you was wrong for that. Oh boy, you was wrong for that. You wrong for that, coach. You and Smitty, y'all wrong, man.
Hey, as long as it wasn't mean at times.
No.
As long as it wasn't mean at times, I'm good with you.
Oh man.
We back, y'all. Hour number 3, man. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, man. Become a member right now. How many likes we got, Jason?
I don't know how to look.
You have no idea how to look?
I really don't.
Well, Betty looking right now because I don't know how to look either. So.
Like, I have no idea how to do anything.
I know, like, I don't know how to like get on Discord. I don't know how to do anything we got set up. I don't know how to use it.
We got 455 likes, but 1,500 people.
That don't make no sense.
It's like pulling teeth.
I'm about to throw up, homie. We do a 3-hour show for the people, and they can't hit the like button.
It's like pulling teeth, man.
I don't know, man. It's pissing me off. But anyway,
every other show, like these garbage ass, nobody ass shows, just got 1 million likes, and they got nobody watching them live. But we can't get likes.
They better than us, JB.
Nah, they're not like. It's like these super like corny fucking just straight lace shows. The real shows get nothing. Like it's so ass backwards.
That's life, homie. It's always like that. Either shut up or get off the pot.
Bob Nightingale joins us, legendary USA Today journalist, baseball insider.
What time?
8:30.
Okay, cool. That's perfect time. Well, we got 20 minutes of kind of like bullshit then. Because you know, once the guests get on, we lock in, we get all mature.
We don't bullshit on the show. We're a real journalistic show. We don't bullshit. I don't know if you said that, but
nah, you know what I'm saying. It's certain topics that we can discuss. So, and going to that point, women football, we kind of teased the clip before we went to commercial. Let's show the clip again.
Speaker, by the way, too.
What?
We have a fucking female motivational speaker. Like, this is why I think females should coach, right? Like, that's why you think, I believe you think football should have a woman coaching because they have like a hell of a like way to get you motivated and shit, don't they?
They do. They motivate you for sure.
Let's hear them motivate you. I want to hear this great motivational speech by this broad. Let's go.
You have to bear with me a little bit today. I don't have my full voice, but I got a lot of questions that I want you guys to ask yourself. I want to know how bad you want it. I want to know how much you can give for 60 minutes. I want to know that when your body is beat to shit and you're looking at yourself in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see somebody that was there for their teammates? Do you see somebody that was lit on the sideline? Do you see somebody that played violently but under control and under discipline? What do you see when you look in the mirror? Do you see someone that fought through the adversity of this game and came out on top? Do you see a champion? Yeah! Because when I look around this huddle, that's what I see. Yeah. We've already made a decision. We know who the we are. This is our destiny, but no one's gonna give it to us. We gotta go and take it. Everybody else that isn't us. Just us on 3, just us on me. 1, 2, 3. Yes!
I'm ready to run through a brick wall, homie. The speech was good. The only reason why we joking and laughing is because her voice, she's a woman, so her voice is light. If you take those exact same words and you said it, JB, or I said it, or a man said it with bass in our voice, we're ready to run through a brick wall. The words wasn't bad. You're just laughing because, again, you don't appreciate women playing sports and doing things. You don't like women's basketball. You say they should lower the rim, put on lingerie. You don't like women playing football with other women because you just don't take it seriously. You don't think women should coach. You don't think women should do anything that's like physical, like a violent, MMA, boxing. You want women to cook, clean, benefit JB, do makeup and hair, and be quiet. That's what you want. Hey, it's a free country. You can do what you want and want what you want, but that's who you are, Jason. It's okay.
I call cap, not on you, Smitty. I'll get to your cap, but somebody goes, this is why we only have 455 likes, because it takes like this. So, like, I think you're a bitch for saying that, whoever that was, because I'm going to have a different take, ain't I? So does that not deserve the like? You fucking idiot. See, that's what fuck's wrong with you fucking idiots. You're in here watching the show, but you won't hit like because you don't know about the like. This is hour 3. So we haven't had one fucking take that you liked, you fucking liar, fuck. But anyway, that's why I hate some of you people, and I don't even hate people.
That's a bar right there, what you just said.
What?
That's why I hate some of you people, and I don't even hate people. Contrary to belief.
Yeah, oxymoron.
Two things to be true, homie.
They watch the whole show, sitting there all day long with their fucking mom in the basement.
Eating pizza rolls.
Wait for hour 3 to say, this is why I haven't hit like.
But you've been watching the whole show, though.
Fucking idiots, man.
I don't watch shows for 3 hours I don't like.
Anyway, Smitty, you got to keep it real and keep it a buck, as y'all say. Youngsters.
Who's y'all? Oh,
youngsters. Youngsters on this one. Y'all, meaning youngsters, y'all are cringe, meaning women. Y'all, Smitty, you got to keep it. You got to stop with the fake.
Listen, it's a women's league. I have no issue with women playing against women.
That's my
women
point.
should be playing against men.
That's my point. We don't need women to play football. Like, seriously, like, let's have a real macro conversation. Let's have an adult conversation here.
Oh, let's do it.
Agree to disagree, whatever you want to do. Women don't need to play football, period. They don't need to play flag football. They don't need to play tackle football. They don't need to play lingerie football. If you're going to play lingerie football, ladies, just strip, and I got you. That is what you should do. I'm not lying. I'm not trying to be like funny, asshole. I'm not trying to be sexist. I'm being fucking real. We don't want to see you play football. Not real men. Real men don't want to watch you play football, ladies. I'm sorry. We just don't. It's the truth. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. We don't want to watch you play football. You don't belong in the position to play football. You don't belong in the profession. You don't belong playing football. You weren't built to play football. You don't look like you should play football. You look awkward. You look cringy. It looks stupid. It looks absolutely embarrassing. It looks forced. We want to see you look sexy, put makeup on, walk around with high heels, show your calves, tan. We want to see you tan. We want to see sexy nails. We want to see you go to the nail. I had a broad ask me yesterday, what color you like your broads? She used the word clowning me, fucking with. She knows I use the word. What feet you or what paint you like on your broad's toes? I'm like, red all time. Ooh. And she was like, oh, cool.
You what, homie?
And so, like, that's what I'm saying. Always red nails.
Why red, though?
Always. And I'm like, why do we force ourselves to play a sport that we don't belong in? Let's equate that to me and you, Smitty.
Oh, here you go.
We don't belong.
Here you go.
No, seriously. We don't belong doing MAC makeup.
Fuck. Here it goes.
No,
Here it goes.
I'm being real, though. We don't belong doing nails. We don't belong in certain areas of life, and women don't belong in certain areas of life. It's just a fact.
It's a sport, though, homie, and it's all women's sport.
We don't need
Bailey, a few minutes ago or an hour ago, whatever, I said, or before the show, I can't remember when I said it. I said JB's low-key selfish. And here's another selfish take. If you notice his whole lead up, his whole build up right here, he says, we as men don't want to see you play football. He said, we as men, we want to see your calves. We want to see you in heels. We want to see your toes planted. We want to see you doing this. We. So you're saying women should only do things that benefits men.
And
that's
men,
literally if you know what you're saying, that's literally what you're saying.
Yeah, and men should do things that benefit women.
But we don't, everything we do ain't to benefit women. We do shit that pleases us too.
You know why? You see, you are why the world and the earth is spinning the other way now.
I'm the exact reason.
You and the people that think like you. Like, I'm so glad that this Pope, the Pope that they hired, finally said it.
And he black?
He's white. Yesterday, he said it. He's from Chicago, by the way. American Pope. He said it yesterday. He said the only two people that should get married are a man and a woman. Finally, we got it back to the real fucking world issues, where the last Pope was like, anybody can marry each other and it's fine. No, it's not. Smitty, a man should do things that benefit a woman, and a woman should do things that benefit a man. Men should do things to cater to women, and women should do things to cater to men. That's what makes a man and a woman different. That's why a man and a woman get together, have sexual intercourse, and have a baby, an offspring. That's why two boys getting together but fucking can't have a kid. I don't know if you figured that out. Two pussies rubbing on each other can't have a fucking kid.
But you like that, though. You say you like that. You like that, though.
To watch.
All right, then. Scissor. You like that.
But let's be real. I throw dicks and dykes. That's a fine, perfect thing. You don't throw dick to dicks. What are we talking about here, homie? Like, why are we forcing you to go into a ring barefooted, beat the fuck out of each other, and then think you're cute and sexy coming home to me and laying in my bed, homie? We already been there down this road. We already talked about this movie.
You don't like dirty feet, homie?
I don't like dirty feet bitches. And I don't want you to beat your face up because you're my broad. I don't want to take you out to the club tomorrow and you got a fucking swollen eye and a fucking broken nose. Your nose is just fucking crooked, looking like fucking one of them. Oh, come on, homie. Like, let's be real. I don't want to see Darnell Smith at Macy's at Mac makeup counter asking me what fucking color I like. That just doesn't go. It doesn't happen. It doesn't need to happen. It doesn't need to be forced on us. Men should be men. Women should be women, homie. Guess what happens? When a man disrespects a woman, who do they go to? Their brother, their boyfriend, their husband for defense.
Mm-hmm. I'm with all that, homie. I'm with all that. But...
Hold on, homie.
Huh?
So when a man disrespects a man, who does a woman go to? Nobody. Because the man is already in defense. The man defends the woman. The woman don't defend the man ever.
What does all that got to do with these women playing in the women's football league? You said a lot of shit. But we talking about women's football league, women playing a game for fun.
Football wasn't designed for women. Period.
You say it can't play flag or nothing, though. It can't play flag?
Let me keep breaking it down.
Yeah, my shit.
What is a definition of a cheerleader? Cheering on for what? What do they cheer for?
For the football team.
For anything, right? They cheer
for the team.
For the team. Men aren't supposed to be cheerleaders. Ever. You're gay as fuck if you're a cheerleader. I'm just going to straight up tell you. If you're a man cheerleader and you think you're fucking cute, it's called gay. Men, you're gay. And it's okay to be gay. I have no issue with being gay. It's not my cup of tea. I have no issue with it.
It sounds like you got an issue with it, homie.
But you shouldn't be a cheerleader as a boy. Little boys shouldn't be cheerleaders. We shouldn't aspire to be a cheerleader when we're growing up as a little boy. A little boy is aspiring to be a football player, a basketball player, a baseball player. Little girls are aspiring to be cheerleaders, Mac makeup artists, or nail salon Asians.
Let me ask you this. So, but women can hoop though, and that's you cool with that?
Yes, women hoop. Women have a hoop league.
But why is that? But why is that cool? But they can't go outside and play flag football as friends?
Because women's never had a football league ever.
But it's not like I'm just saying.
No. You're forcing it. See how you're forcing it right now?
Okay. So you're saying they can hoop because we decided as a country, whatever, to say, you know what, we're going to make an actual league for women to hoop. So we're okay with it because it's been that way. So when they make a women's football league, What's the difference? Because the only reason why you're against it is because we've never had an actual league for women. So for you can't put your brain to even see them doing it.
Don't put words in my mouth.
You just said it, homie.
No, I didn't.
I said it.
No, I didn't. The reason women shouldn't play football is because football was invented as a gladiator sport. Women are not gladiators by nature. They weren't born to be soldiers and gladiators.
Women be in combat all the time out there. So what are you talking about? We've always had women in combat.
Let me give you a history lesson.
Don't lie.
1892, women's basketball started, homie. 1892, women started playing fucking basketball. Dr. James Naismith himself. So started playing women's basketball leagues, started women's leagues. So if
women couldn't leave the fucking house in 1892, homie. I don't care what you just Googled real quick. Get on Wikipedia.
But they were playing women's
They
basketball.
couldn't leave the house, homie.
But they were playing women's basketball.
Shit, where? In their minds?
Can you tell me the date that women's football started?
Yes, I can.
No, you can't, because it still hasn't started.
2008 was the league when they started the lingerie league. 2008.
That's not fucking lit. Stop making up shit, homie. Lingerie league's not fucking football league.
They be hitting hard.
God damn, homie. You're just making shit. You're forcing square pegs into round holes for some reason.
Leave these women alone. That's my take. Leave women alone. Leave me in the times alone. Leave these women football players alone. Leave the women alone.
I'm not leaving it alone. It's
you
not about
you focus on men, homie. You focus on you focus on the white man.
The truth hurts, homie. You don't you think it's an attack when it's actually defending women. See, you guys are so micro, you don't understand it. I'm a hater. I'm this. I'm sexist. I don't want to see a fucking woman get her head knocked off over the middle on a dig route. Who the fuck wants to see that, homie? Like, let's be real. Who the fuck wants to see a bitch running down, catching a fade ball, and getting fucking bamboozled out of bounds like Travis Hunter? Who the fuck wants to see that?
Other women wants to watch that.
Like, let's be real. You want to watch lingerie football because you have a fucking ass bouncing around with titties out and all men crowd, because that's basically a strip club, isn't it?
Two things can be true, homie.
No,
it's entertainment. It's entertainment.
Be a stripper then. And that's when the man turns into a cheerleader. I'm at the strip club throwing dollars. Why do we have to watch you play football and lingerie? That is an absolute disrespectful slap in the face to women. Lingerie football.
Anybody force them to do it, they want to do it.
You're basically being groomed and showing your body off for men to watch you play football as a mockery. It's a joke, homie. You're a joke. Women, sorry. The lingerie league women are taken as a complete joke. And if you don't think that's true, then at least go be a stripper. I got respect for you there. I'm the cheerleader now. You're the stripper. When I play football, you cheer for me. That's the pecking order of how life was designed. That's why the Pope said a man and a woman are the only two things that should be married. Finally, we're getting back to some civil conversation. Men and women have their lanes. Period. I don't need to see a woman change my oil. I don't need to see a man doing makeup. I'll even go further. I don't believe men should be nurses. I think it's gay. But women, nurturing. I'm coming to serve you, customer service. Nursing. Women do a great job. Unbelievable. That's what they should do. A man should be a doctor, not a nurse. But that's just me. Smitty's internet's out. I don't know. But all I know is this. Can I ask anybody in the chat? Can I ask everybody in the chat real quick? Who should suck dick? Because this will solve all your problems. This will answer all your questions. Who should suck dicks? Riddle me this. Who should suck dick? Man or woman? Nobody can answer that, huh? By the way, I just broke it down to where I just solved your problems. Just solved your women playing football problems. God damn, man. It's unfucking believable. It's unbelievable that we forced this shit. I can't believe you guys really force this shit. And everybody out there telling me to go look up the DC. DMV, are you at the games? I want to see you at the women's football game. Send me a fucking picture of you at the women's football games. Fucking liar. You ain't going to a goddamn fucking women's football game. And run it up. 1, 2, 3. Shut the fuck up. Non-resume having, no picture having fucking bitch. You're the problem with America. You fucking hide behind a fake profile picture like a fucking nobody you are with no resume, you fucking cowardly cunt. That's who you are. Run it up. 1, 2, 3, you fucking bitch. But anyway, this is a mockery right here. This is an absolute joke. Who wants to go watch this broad backpedal like this? Look stiff as a porn dick and sitting out here looking like a fucking retard with zero fucking hand-eye coordination. Absolutely, she should be doing makeup and fucking my nails. The woman's nails, I mean. Not backpedaling, turning and running, dropping fucking every ball. Stop. Stop.
Doing your nails, homie.
We got to fix it. Great throw, too, by the way, by the fucking full-on dyke. This is a mockery, homie. Like, who's really fucking... Why? Like, come on, homie. There's not a real woman in this chat, by the way, Smitty, which is crazy. Why do they all agree with me? If I'm such a sexist, why do all the women agree with me, homie? I'm so
because
sexist.
You have created a cult-like following they will agree with everything you say. Men, women, children, and everything in between. You know why.
No,
Stop it. Stop
Smitty,
it.
I didn't turn I didn't turn them. They came into this, they've already been this way for a long time before the JB show or Netflix or anything else, homie. They have their beliefs. I didn't change their beliefs, homie. They know where a woman's supposed to be versus a man. They know who's supposed to be playing
My biggest thing is this, though, homie. Why do you care? That clip wasn't some that ain't some big time league.
Because I want a woman to be a woman.
That ain't no big time league going on. Why you leave them alone?
What do you mean? No, that's the micro of you and
my
you,
overall
homie.
take with you, Jason, is some things you let like you wake up every day and go find 10 things that piss you off. You can't fix the world, homie. You can't fix everything.
It comes to me.
You can't fix everything, homie. You know why it comes to you? People send it to you because they know that you like to be angry. So they send you stuff like, "Oh, Jason's gonna be mad at this." They send you stuff.
What the fuck is going on this show lately? 4th of July.
I'm blessed. I'm different.
Homie, I want a woman to be the mother of my child, not the father of her.
Nobody said that.
That's exactly because y'all don't think out like I am.
Are you cool with a woman like lifting weights and shit, like heavy weights and grinding?
No, not heavyweights. No. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is me, right?
Yeah.
I don't need a bitch with a six pack. I don't, homie. I don't need you with like all muscles. I don't need you define like a muscle bound bitch does not look good in a dress, by the way, contrary to belief.
I will send you a page of an Instagram of a fitness woman, and I guarantee you disagree. By the way, we should do like tomorrow. Let's get your top 5 list of what you don't want women to do. And we'll talk about it for tomorrow. Maybe do a little graphic top 5 or 10. If you got 10 things, cool. Top 5 JB's don't do's for a woman, and we'll discuss and debate.
Zachary Walker, why are you worried about where my daughter is, homie? Why are you worried? I don't understand. What does my daughter have to do with anything? Why are you worried about my daughter? Where's your mom at, motherfucker? She's under the desk right now sucking this dick. Now what? Why are you worried about another motherfucker's anybody? Fucking bitch-made motherfuckers. You motherfuckers y'all fucking say stupid ass shit because you know you can't get your bitch-made mouth smacked, which you know you would get in person, motherfuckers. Where's your mom at? Bitch-ass motherfuckers. Anyway, we got Bob.
Davey, earlier you said that the Commanders had no shot at winning the Super Bowl. Can you dive into that real quick before we go to our special guest?
Sophomore slump. Jaden Daniels, just like last year. Just like last year, CJ Stroud. They're gonna hit a little. Still be good. Jaden's still gonna be good. I'm not worried. I think Jaden and CJ is the future of the league, but not this year.
So you think CJ's gonna have like an incredible year then, year 3, like bounce back year?
CJ's gonna be in the. I would bet money he's in an MVP conversation.
All right, I hear what you're saying. And you know what? That's a good. I might do some like a deep dive into that and look at all second-year quarterbacks. Not all of them. I guess guys who had good rookie years, and then look at their second year and just see like Cam Newton. We know what happened with RG3, injuries, CJ Stroud, but it's like go through like 10 of them and just see, is there really a trend of second-year quarterbacks having like a quote-unquote down year or whatever? Because like that's an interesting concept. And also CJ Stroud, we call it a down year. It was a down year in comparison to his rookie year, but it wasn't a horrible season. He had a lot of injuries. We know your guy Tank Dell went out. We know pretty much all the receivers got hurt at one point or another. Diggs went out. You know, O-line wasn't great. So context matters, but we shall see, man. I know we're 8 weekends? Was it 8 or like 7 weekends away from football now?
Mm-hmm.
Might be like 7, so I can't wait.
Let me see. There's nobody yet.
Who is this? Christian Alexander Manzi. He says, Coach, your baby mom was the father because you weren't ever there.
So 6 months old, I took my daughter in the car, drove her to Kansas. I raised her till she was 5 by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I was never there.
You ain't got to explain yourself, Jason.
No, I like it. It's all right. I like it. This guy, Christian Manzi, that looks like a fucking absolute fucking backwood. Fuck his mom, his brother is his dad. Like these fucks, man, have no life. The embarrassing part, they act like they were in my life. They know my life. Christian Manzi, you're an absolute fucking nobody. You know nothing. You know nothing. You're an absolute fucking nobody. And you assuming shit makes you look like a fucking jack-off artist. It just really does. I'm tired. I'm exhausted of talking to nobodies. Bob Nightingale joins us, USA Today beat writer, insider, MLB insider. Yes, back to your point. I like CJ Stroud and the Texans this year. Kirk and Nico, as long as Nico stays healthy. Mixon. I like all that shit. I like the Texans, the additions they've made in this offseason, Smitty. I think they are going to be the team they're going to be a very formidable opponent this year for the AFC. You got the Chiefs that are always going to be in the mix, you assume. Buffalo, the Ravens. We'll see if Cincinnati bounces back. And then you got teams out there, Smitty, like the Chargers, Broncos, and others who we don't know about. And you have to throw the Texans in there with them. So, because we know the Jags are gone, they're done. Fucking just delete the whole fucking organization.
They should be good, though. The Jags look good on
the Colts have good pieces, but we don't know about the QB situation. You got a new coach. The Steelers with Aaron Rodgers are interesting. I'm going to say interesting team. And then, I mean, really, Cleveland, what do they have? What do we know about them? We don't know about the quarterback, blah, blah, blah. Miami, Tua, blah, blah, blah. Are they a soft team? Blah, blah, blah. New England, maybe on the rise, got a new alpha male coach in there, blah, blah, blah. But are they ready? They don't have the talent, I don't believe, on the roster quite yet. The Raiders, new coach, blah, blah, blah. Are they ready? Not quite yet. So, Smitty, we got a lot of teams. You know, there's a lot going on in the AFC, but we'll see.
I mean, I know one team in the AFC is going to be in the mix, as always. That's the Baltimore Ravens. So, you know, you never got to wait.
Phone, or are you on that? Why you got two? I'm seeing two of you is what's throwing me off.
What are you talking about?
On the bottom.
Pull it up. That's kind of weird. Like, how's that happening? Ah, there we go. I like that. I like being two of me and one of you in the middle. You know what I'm saying? It's like, imagine if I had a twin brother right now. What happened to our twin brother segment?
It was gay.
Okay. I was just curious.
So I don't know what's going on, but Bailey's in awe.
Bailey's shocked right now. Nah, I think my computer is back, so I'm about to try to go back to the computer and see if I can use that. So, boom, right.
We don't need two of you, though, ever. Like we'd be fucked.
The show probably would grow more if you had two.
We got a lot of technical issues on the show, but we always continue to do a real show. And so for you guys to only have 500 likes or whatever is disrespectful. But
we got Bob joining us soon, Jackson. So make sure you clean up your act. We can't be talking that crazy stuff once Bob joins in. He's gonna talk about all things, sports. So be ready for that. In the meantime, though, I don't know if you saw this yesterday. Devin Booker agreed to a 2-year, $145 million maximum contract extension through the 2029-2030 season. This is the highest annual extension salary in NBA history. He's staying in Phoenix. I know people got mixed feelings about Devin Booker, but he is one of the best two guards in the game. He did, help lead them to the NBA Finals a few years ago. They didn't win, but they did. They got there, which was huge for that franchise. And I like the fact that he wants to stay. Like in the era where people are hopping around so much, moving around, and trying to create these super teams, so to speak. He's been one team, same whole career, through the highs, through the lows. Haven't really heard too much of anything of Devin Booker wanting to leave. So, hey, I don't mind him getting paid.
Yeah, he's a nobody. He's a hype. People that compare him with Kobe Bryant need to be fucking castrated live on someone's show. This guy is nowhere close to Kobe Bryant or anyone else for that matter. He's a bust. I don't think he's anything other than a scorer. He's just a fucking regular, run-of-the-mill fucking good player in today's fucking shitty basketball league.
You way too loose with the term bust. You call everybody.
I mean, he's not what you thought he was, though. Be real. Stop.
No, when he got drafted,
3 years ago, y'all called him the best player in the NBA. 3 years ago, y'all put him on the cover of everything. It was the best thing ever since Kobe Bryant, homie. Stop. What happened to that? What happened to that?
His mid-range game, he has a good mid-range game. In the era where the mid-range is overhyped.
Another overrated ass player, homie.
Led his team in the NBA Finals, homie.
Overrated.
Points a game. Stop.
Overrated. He's not even Tatum. He's not even fucking SGA. He's not even fucking these mids. So
SGA's the MVP. He just won the finals. Averaged 30 points.
I know. That's how mid the fucking league is, homie. And it just is what it is.
You watch 5 games the whole season.
Smitty, I think Joker and Luka are gonna return the Showtime era to LA.
You think the Joker's gonna join the Lakers?
And Luka, not this year. I'm saying he didn't sign. He didn't sign. We didn't talk about that, but he didn't re-sign. He turned it down in Denver. I don't think he wants to stay in Denver no more. I think him and Luka are boys. They want to play together. Watch. I'm telling you right now. I'm saying it right now on the show. Luka and Joker are gonna play in LA together. Watch.
All right, well, bookmark this, save this moment, and if you're right in 2 years, we'll see. FA said D Book had 70 in the game and led the Suns to the finals too. So just throwing that note from our guy FA.
Oh yeah, everybody had 70 now. Everybody's had 70. Cedric Ceballos scored 60. And fucking NBA is horrible. And what's your point, FA? Guess who? Donovan Mitchell had 72. Is he the best fucking thing ever too, homie? The fucking NBA is garbage, FA. Stop it, homie. Kobe scored 70 in 3 quarters, and he didn't talk about that. That's when they actually played defense, homie. But I don't know ball. Remember that? Who's this fucking nobody in the chat? JB don't know ball. You're a nobody. You have no picture, no profile. You're not a member. Shut the fuck up.
I love when you going off and you keep saying the person's name. You kept saying FA for no reason. Like we knew at that point we already knew it was FA. And you just kept saying it though, just to add it, to emphasize.
Yeah,
to.
You gotta have the emphasis, homie. It's not the same. It don't hit the same.
It don't. It changed the whole take.
FA, like Rick Finkley in here. You don't know ball. But anyway, we got a legend joining us, man. Make sure you guys follow him on X. He is a USA Today legend, insider, Major League Baseball. You can catch his columns on USA Today every single day. Our main man, Bob Nightingale, joins the show. Bob, how you doing, brother?
Doing good. How about you guys?
Oh, good, man. Good. Appreciate you joining us. Let me ask you something. We're in LA. We're Dodger fans here in LA and Lakers. When LeBron leaves, I'll be a Laker fan again. But let me ask you, should I be worried that we've lost 6 in a row and all these people out here? Oh my God, it's All-Star week. It's All-Star break. This is Lakers. I mean, the Dodgers are exhausted. 16 pitching rotations, injuries. I think Dave Roberts has done a pretty damn good job. with what's all happened. The roster is unbelievable. I think they're still in first place by multiple games. Should be worried though? 6 losses in a row, first time this year.
No, but it just shows that there's some flaws. It's not a super team. It's a very, very good team. This was September. It'd be a different story. They just got to make sure they got the healthy pieces come September or come October, I should say. And, they're going to have Otani be pitching 5-6 innings by then. They need Blake Snell back. Glass now is already back. Then they, Yamamoto.
I think Hernandez are out right. Kiki. I think the Hernandezes are out right now from Max Muncy. I don't know. We got some injuries. Who knows? Everybody's injured. Padres are injured up. I mean, we got a lot of guys injured. Houston, who swept us. We got a lot of everybody's injured, right, Bob? I don't know. It is what it is. Part of the game.
Yeah, it is. And they just need to make sure those starters are healthy. In the lineup, some of those guys have struggled. I mean, Mookie Betts hasn't had his typical year. Freddie Freeman's gone through that. Max Muncy, who finally got hot, now he's out for 6-8 weeks. So, yeah, those guys should all be fine come September.
No doubt. What's the biggest surprise to you? Toronto? Who's the biggest shocker in baseball this year?
I got to go the usual 2 teams. I'm going to go Milwaukee Brewers, who everybody thought they were giving up on. When they let Willie Adames go, they traded away their closer, Devin Williams, and then Tampa. And they don't even have a ballpark. If they make the playoffs, who knows where they're going to play? And here they are, 4 games back in the East. So I'll go those 2. Toronto's playing real well right now, and I don't think that they may expect them to have a 3.5-4 game lead in the AL East, but they are a loaded team.
What do they beat? The Yankees, 10 in a row or some craziness? I got to ask you, we have Brett Boone on a couple times a month, and he's now the hitting coach there for the Texas Rangers, and they're I think they've won 9 out of 10 or something. But since he came on the show last, they're on a streak. I put up 13 runs the other night. Is his brother Aaron in trouble in New York?
No, I think the only way he'd be in trouble is if they don't make the playoffs. Then I think there'd be a lot of people calling for his firing. But as long as they make the playoffs, he's fine. And they're in the World Series last year, and the team wasn't that good. If the Yankees were in the NL West, they might have finished 4th place. The NL West is that good. So, no, he's not in trouble now. Now, if they don't make the playoffs, then some people are going to have to go.
Yeah, heads turns, Smitty. New York.
100%. I want to ask you this. We have a few Detroit fans in here. Talk about how good are the Detroit Tigers right now? Like, in that they're rolling. I know they lost, I think, the other night, but overall, it's been a hell of a season for them. How serious is this thing?
Yeah, I mean, right now, they're certainly the team to beat in the American League, if not all baseball. I mean, you got the best pitcher on the planet, Tarek Skubal. Casey Mize has stepped up as a great number 2. Jack Flaherty, of course, helped the Dodgers last year. He's starting to pitch better now. And a great all-around young lineup. They're not only good now, they'll be good for a number of years, at least through next year, because Skubal's not a free agent until after 2026. But they're certainly the best team in the American League.
Is AJ Hinch most underrated manager in baseball?
Well, he's getting his props now, so I wouldn't say underrated anymore, particularly what he's done in Detroit. It took some time. Obviously, he went through the same rebuild in Houston, so now he's done it twice. So a very good manager. Guys like playing for him. And right now, if the vote came down, he'd be the AL Manager of the Year.
I think I know your answer, but I have to ask everybody that knows this sport better than most, and you know it more than most. The Dodgers or the field? 22% on the betting odds are favoring the Dodgers, only 22. So that means 78% says others is going to win this thing, and they're taking the field in the betting world of things. Are you on that side of the house?
I would take the field. Just you're going time with one team, and it's not like, not the 27 Yankees or something. So they're a very good team, but you're talking about just the National League alone. You still got the Chicago Cubs are good. The Brewers are good. The Phillies and the Mets. So those teams right there would be slight underdogs to the Dodgers in the playoffs, but only slight. And, the Padres are always a thorn. Then you got the whole American League too. So, no, I would definitely take the field.
What's your biggest takeaway from the Devers trade? Addition by subtraction for Boston. The Giants have been abysmal on offense since the trade. Giants have scored, I think, less than 1 run like 6 times since the trade. I mean, they've had some bad outings on offense. Are the Giants better off with them, or the Red Sox? Did they win this?
Well, I think for the Giants, it certainly helps right now. They didn't give up much to get him. Boston got rid of that contract, and they thought, you know what, addition by subtraction here. We want to move to first base. He wouldn't do it. He want to go back to third base. Then San Francisco, I think they kind of see what happened in Boston when there's Will Clark, the former Gold Glove first baseman, shows up early 3 days in a row to help out Devers at first. He never showed up.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let me ask you this. I know JB kind of mentioned, obviously All-Star break is coming up. And home run, the Derby is always like, kind of the biggest piece of it. Who do you like in this year's home run Derby to win it all?
Yeah, this one's wide open just because, you don't have that, big time home run guy, except for maybe Shaun, Raleigh right now.
Alonso's out, right? Alonso's out.
Yeah, Alonso did it twice. I guess he didn't need the $1 million because you get $1 million if you win it.
Yeah.
And he knew how to win it. But yeah, Kyle Raleigh should be the favorite now just because of what he's done in the first half and he got that home run swing. So I'll go Kyle Raleigh.
Let me ask you something. Is Major League Baseball's All-Star game still the best and most competitive All-Star game in all sports? I mean, they actually still play a real game. According these other guys, flag football in the NFL, the All-Star weekend in basketball is a joke. We'll see how it turns next year with these Euros and Americans playing. But is baseball still the best game?
Yeah, it still is, but it's dropped off a lot. I mean, we're not going to have the Pete Rose incident, crashing into Ray Fosse at home plate. This game doesn't count for anything. Guys still, have fun with it. It's become more of a pitching clinic, really, because all these pitchers striking out everybody. You always have low-scoring games now. So it's still the best game of the four for All-Stars, but it's not nearly like it used to be.
And I was going to ask you that 19 first-time guys in this All-Star game. The commissioner's exemption guy and Clayton Kershaw, the old man on the hill getting that nod. Are you okay with that nod for the older guys that have kind of gone through the ringer and been that guy for so many years? 3,000 strikeouts for the lefty this year. Clayton hit that feat. But are you okay with this exemption deal being put on there or not?
No, absolutely. Just to reward a guy, let everybody see him, maybe for the last time. They did that with Albert Pujols and Miguel Cabrera was going to be their last years. I remember the All-Star game was in Seattle. I always thought, it would have been nice to have, both Cal Ripken and Gwynn both in that game. I think Ripken made it. Gwynn did not. But I said, man, it'd be nice to have both those guys. So it's nice to see them. They're not taking anybody's spot. So kind of reward for Kershaw. I like this.
Let me ask you this on the same topic. Do you agree that every team should get a guy? Like we had Jason Stark on the other day, and he was like, I hate that rule. A team that's 50 games out of first place shouldn't get a guy on taking up a spot for somebody that is deserving. Where are you at with that rule?
I actually like the rule. So if you're a kid of the Colorado Rockies or some team, Chicago White Sox, you're going to stay up and watch the game until you see your favorite player get in there. So no, I like the rule. I mean, it's just like I said, just an exhibition, no big deal. It's nice to see, somebody represented by every team.
Each team. Gotcha.
Yeah, no doubt for sure.
He's been having problems with the internet all day, so he can't hear all of us all the time. So he's got like ghetto Boost Mobile over there today. So he's had some issues. So I just had to let you know if he can hear. I don't know if you can hear us, Smitty, or not. But
yeah, it's a little choppy. But yeah, I can hear a lot of it there for sure. We've asked all our baseball guests we've had the last couple of weeks this question, but I want to ask you as well. Is it a no-brainer for you, Barry Bonds, the greatest hitter of all time, or do you put guys do you already put an Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani like in the same room as him? Obviously, they got a long ways to go stats-wise, but just from an ability standpoint, do you already put those guys in the room?
No, I mean Barry Bonds is in the penthouse. Everybody else is several floors below. Bonds is the best player I've ever seen, and you can ask current players, guys who play with him. The greatest player. You can argue, hey, Babe Ruth is probably better. Obviously, he pitched and everything else. But outside Ruth, you can make the argument, well, he's the second best player in baseball history. Nobody was like Bonds.
Yeah, I agree. You agree? What about the Hall? The Hall, should he be in it?
I think so. I mean, it was just a wild, wild west back in those days. Everybody was doing something. Not saying everybody, but most people. I mean, it's like, if you're driving on the highway, there's going to be no speed limit signs, no cops. You're not going 55. You remember going to school with a substitute teacher. Everybody's cheating off everybody's tests. There's no one, disciplined in place. So there were no rules against it. And so I voted for, Bonds every single year, Clemens, Sosa. Now in 2004, when there was testing and it was a rule, then if you got caught, I don't vote for you. So I never voted for Alex Rodriguez or Manny Ramirez because he got caught and hurt their teams. Where Bonds, Clemens, Sosa, those guys, all they did was help their teams.
Let me ask you on a macro level here for all the casual fans that don't know, like, where are you at with how baseball is being kind of constructed? We got this, the pitching that we've had Jason Stark and Brett and all these guys are like, man, these guys have 8, 9 pitches now due to science and all the different things that have happened, analytics and all the things that have taken over sports. Why? And then he tells me on the other side, though, hey, man, these hitters are unbelievable, the greatest athletes we've ever seen, and blah, blah, blah. There's been 100 shutouts just in June alone. What's going on? Is pitching just that much better, that dominant, or do we need steroids back?
Yeah, I mean, maybe greenies at least. But it's like, look, too many guys just swing for the fences and try to get home runs. You need guys like a Luis Ariz from San Diego Padres or the young rookie Jacob Wilson from Oakland A's. Just put the ball in play and do it that way. We don't have enough of those guys. And let's be honest, if we had like a Tony Gwynn and Rock Rue play, they'd be getting ripped because they don't have enough power. Then the exit velocity is weak. They don't walk enough. But those guys put the ball in play. We don't have enough of that. The pitching side is good, but how many of these guys break down all the time? They just go, full throttle, and then their arm gives out.
That's an interesting take. So you're thinking like it's like the basketball movement with the three-point shot. We're going now to the three-point shot. We're not going inside no more. So you're thinking it's home run or bust, and we're not hitting for average anymore. We don't have that, which generates base runners, which generates runs. So you're thinking that that's an interesting take. You're the first one to say it because everyone else is like, pitching just dominant. We got pitches we haven't seen yet. We see a slider, screwball, changeup. I'm like, right. What the fuck is that? So it's interesting. That's a different take right there because I haven't watched enough to know that I didn't even know they had this many damn pitches in their bag nowadays, and they're that dominant. I know it's the hardest thing to do in any sport is hit a baseball, but it seems like it's much harder now than it's ever been. It's crazy.
Well, especially with the relievers. But I will say, I mean, these guys weren't facing, Sandy Koufax, Bob Gibson, Steve Carlton, all-time greats. It wasn't like it was bad pitching back in the day. There were some studs. I mean, if you were in the playoffs, who wanted to face Dave Stewart? He was, unbelievable.
No doubt.
That was still good pitching, but just there's more guys that throw harder. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, Ohtani hit 102 the other day. That's like he don't even pitch. Like he hasn't been pitching. It's like, damn, it's crazy right now. Kershaw hit 3,000 strikeouts. As a lefty, obviously, puts himself in rare air. Is 2,000 the new 3,000 now with the analytics and the guys pitching less, and we're pulling guys in the fifth inning and all the things that we're seeing now with these analytics take place, bigger bases, the pitch clock, all the things we've seen. What's the new, I guess, Hall of Fame, number? Is it going to be 2,000 strikeouts? Is it going to be 200 wins? Where are we at with everything? Are we lowering the bar here?
Yeah, it's probably going to be the wins will be the big thing affected. Not so much strikeouts, although, I don't know when the next guy will come. Chris Sale still has a chance here. Maybe Garrett Cole when he gets healthy. But guys are striking out more than ever. So it's much easier to strike out guys now than ever before. Used to be guys who are embarrassed to strike out. No, now nobody cares if they do or not. But now the win total will drop down. We're not going to have another 300-game winner, I don't think. And so then it's like, okay, do you let guys in like an Adam Wainwright and a John Lester who are barely over 200? There's still guys like Tommy John who are in the Hall of Fame. They have like 287 wins.
Nah, and Smitty brought up something yesterday, the ERA thing. Is the ERA thing changing too as far as going is that coming down too as far as the number? Like Ohtani right now is like at a
1.5, right?
Yeah, he's not pitching a lot of innings, but he's at a 1.5. Clemens all time, one of the legends, is at a 3.13, I think, all time. Is that number going to be dropping now with less innings? And as you stated, the hitting is just not there. Is the ERA going to be taken into account when we're talking about this at the end of people's careers?
I think so. Now they have a thing called like ERA plus. You just go, what are you above or below the league average? So yeah, I agree, because these guys aren't going 8 or 9 innings; they're going 5 or 6, so they can blow out, and they're not going to pitch tired. So the ERA should drop, because guys like Jack Morris had like a 3.9 ERA, but he was going 9 innings. If they're up 7-1, he can give up a few runs. He doesn't care about his personal stats.
Nah, no doubt. Bob Nightingale, everybody up for the audio side, USA Today. What do you got going nowadays, Bob? What are you doing? Just writing columns still there? Or you got other things in the fire, or what's going on with you?
Yeah, just writing columns for USA Today. Leave for the All-Star game tomorrow. So got the Futures game, the All-Star game, HBCU Classic. So it's a fun-filled event from Friday on.
No doubt. Make sure everybody follows you, Bob. I can't thank you enough for taking some time, man, to hop on and giving us some knowledge.
Thank you so much, Bob.
And thank you so much. Apologize for Smitty over here with the ghetto internet, but we'll have to get you on again maybe when the Dodgers win the World Series. They're still winning it, man.
Doyers.
All right, appreciate you, Bob. Thank you.
All right, look forward to that. See you guys.
All right, brother. Take
See
care,
you,
Bob.
Bob.
Everybody. USA Today, insider, baseball knower of all things.
That was dope. That ain't you.
Your internet's not dope, though.
Oh, listen. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah, VPN. Yeah, that's VPN, by the way.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't run the internet, homie. I can hear you the whole time. Badass kids, homie. That's something you would do, homie. Why are you looking like that? It's content creator, JB. That's all it is. Content creation.
So you're saying it's fake?
I mean, it's happening. We see it, but I'm saying, just some content creation. I'm sure their dad or whoever's recording it, and
Is anybody is Shaun Waffle or anybody in this chat right now? Bring that boat back up, Spaley, real quick. So I'm gonna give you guys a little history lesson. Fact check you real quick. So, do you see the name of that boat, Smitty?
No, what is it?
Malibu.
Okay.
So Malibu boats. They basically changed the name, okay? They changed the name. They used to be let me give you the name. Malibu.
You don't even know, homie. You don't even know. How you gonna educate us and you don't know what you're talking about?
Because I'm gonna give you a fun fact. Malibu Boats is from Kansas.
Okay.
Independence, Kansas.
Okay.
The owner of Malibu Boats is a good friend of mine who was our biggest booster, who's a KU Jayhawk biggest booster as well, who sold Cobalt boats to Malibu for about $4 billion. So Cobalt boats from Independence, Kansas, owned by a friend, sold to Malibu the year I left Indy. Yes.
Why ain't your friend who was the biggest booster? Why ain't he the biggest booster to Coach JB show with Big Smitty? Huh? Your friend who sold Cobalt to Malibu for $4 billion and was the biggest booster for Indy Independence. Why isn't your friend the biggest booster to Coach JB show with Big Smitty?
I don't know why. I haven't asked him.
Ding, 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 ding.
No, Shaun, that's not who died on the plane, though. That was another booster named Tim. Unfortunately, Smitty, I don't know if I told you that story, but it was on Netflix. We had a booster named Tim. He was a pastor, Oklahoma guy, Texas guy, but he was also really, really wealthy, and he had a private jet that he would fly me around on. illegally, but nobody knew that. So I was he would fly me to Louisiana. He'd fly me all over. I'd get ahead of the recruit because that motherfucker fly me on a PJ. I'm the only JUCO coach flying on a PJ. One day, come back from Louisiana. The next day was a Saturday, and he took like some people from Indy, like some family, to a church function in Bartersville, Oklahoma, which is only a 30-minute drive from Indy. So it's like a 10-minute plane flight.
Right.
Like it's up and down. And it disintegrated, homie. The plane disintegrated like on the way to Bartersville 5 minutes after takeoff. Some sort of major fuel leak and killed everybody on board. They couldn't even figure nothing out. They had to find teeth in the farmland.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Well, thanks, Shaun Waffle, for bringing up that sad story to end the show. It's definitely the kind of energy we want to end it with, and T's and P's for the friends and family of those who lost their lives in that plane crash. And yeah, just shout out to Shaun Waffle for bringing up that sad memory to JB.
Unfortunately, death is part of life. And speaking of that, I gotta go see my mom today and pillow a bitch. Because I think the bitch talking shit again. So I didn't go yesterday.
She's still talking crazy?
Huh?
She's still talking crazy to your mom?
I guess I might have to go pillow this bitch today. Smitty. In other news,
it's 9:03, homie. I don't get paid for overtime.
What do you think about this? Malibu was used cobalt. I taught you a lesson, didn't I?
It was a fun fact. Yeah, I never knew that, homie. So now when I buy my boat, I'll know that. I ain't talking about this. This is my coworker. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
Well, you can talk about it.
I'm not talking about who he's with. It ain't got none of my business.
So is this real?
I don't know.
Sofia Vergara.
I follow her on Instagram, by the way.
Huh? You follow her what?
No, what did you say first?
No, you said something about Instagram, homie. I didn't hear you.
I ain't saying about on Instagram.
You said something about Instagram.
No, I didn't. You tripping right now.
Smash or pass?
I'm married, so, I'm a one-woman man, but I'll flip it to you, though. Would you smash or pass? Don't base it just off this picture either. Go to her Instagram and look.
I mean, I've seen her in movies and shit.
All right, then. So
I don't really know.
It shouldn't be a thought. You shouldn't even think about it then. If you're a real one.
I'm going to say, I haven't seen the ass or nothing, really. I don't know. I'm not really sold on it.
She's better than them girls you had on your yacht the other day.
No, she's not. She's really not.
Respectfully, of course.
Yeah, respectfully, she's not, though. She's older. She's a little older than me.
Paris says she's so beautiful and funny AF. 53 years old. So, there's your answer.
Ricardo's been back 3 times today. Take note. Blocked him for 3rd time today.
That's impressive, man. No, I love the resilience.
The grit.
Yeah, like he's hungry for this show. He wants this show. He's gonna keep going. So no, I love it, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button on your way out, man. It's been a hell of a show, man. We had Steve Kim, we had my guy Bob. Even though I couldn't hear a lot of what he said, I was able to still push through and get my questions in, which is great. I'm gonna figure out this Wi-Fi situation. It's brand new Wi-Fi. I'm paying more money and it got worse. So I don't know what that means.
Have you called him one time?
It just started happening like yesterday, so I'm calling him today. But I just got a brand new. I got a brand new router, brand new modem, brand new everything. Yes, I called them one time. They sent the signal. It got everything work. Everything working perfectly fine, and then boom, issues started happening. So I don't know what happened. I'm paying more money, getting worse Wi-Fi.
So. I'm tired of hearing that. It didn't start yesterday.
It did start yesterday.
This shit's been going on for fucking I don't know how long.
I just got a new Wi-Fi this week. I paid more for the show. I'm losing more money for this show. So I'm gonna figure it out though, like I always do.
Can you ask Joe Accord something?
Ask him what?
Apparently, the largest storm in the history of America is supposed to be hitting tomorrow.
Where?
833,000 square miles are under threat tomorrow. That's not in the forecast. It says it's called a continental level event. Hail, wind, lightning, tornadoes across half of the United States. They're calling it marginal. This isn't normal severe summer weather. Half the map is in crosshairs. It's like the atmosphere is being pulled apart. Something massive is building and fast, according to Severe Weather Outlook. I want to know if Joe knows anything about this. Is this normal? Because it's never happened before. So is it normal or is it manufactured? I'd like to know about Joe. Joe, chime in if you can. The Discord. You can get us on the Discord. Something's happening, Smitty. Hopefully Cali stays dry and nice.
It's beautiful out here, homie. Sunny. So prayers up for everybody who's dealing with that for sure. And we'll see what happens, man. Don't believe everything you see on the internet, y'all. That's my message for y'all as we close out the show.
But there are like 8 states underwater. So are those guys lying?
No, I didn't say that. I'm just giving them some free game as I leave.
Rio, do you know? You know every fucking thing else.
You know Rio don't know nothing about the weather.
Tomorrow, is it already free game Friday?
Yes, it is, homie. My favorite day of the week. My favorite show of the week.
Damn, came fast.
Now it's actually been a slow week for me. I'm not gonna lie. It's been the slowest week. Really? I can't wait till the week is over. Yeah, because I'm about to be on vacation. So I'm like,
it's been fast for me. Probably I've been going back and forth hospital. It's probably
yeah. You know how it is when like you got some days off coming up and you just can't wait for it. So the week just feels slow as you're approaching.
Yeah.
Like today should be Friday to me in my head. It feels like a Friday energy, but it still ain't. So
yeah, I'm gonna take some bitches up. I think some new bitches out tomorrow. I might have to do a whole nother video, a twerking video that went crazy. I'm gonna do another one, even worse way. I might show pussy or something. I don't know. Twitter can show anything now. You do porn on Twitter, so maybe I fuck. I don't know.
That might be a bad look for you though. It would probably hurt your brand. So I wouldn't do that.
Probably give me an OnlyFans deal or a Pornhub deal. But anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. Free game Friday, man. God willing. Appreciate everybody. Pound the like. We'll see you tomorrow on the realest show on planet Earth. Pound the like. Get us 1,000. Peace.